FanDuel's getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/BetNY to download the FanDuel app today and get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie. It's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscriptions required. New residential customers are used monthly. Cancel anytime. Equipment lease required. On-return device fees apply. Credit card restrictions apply.
FanDuel's getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/BetNY to download the FanDuel app today and get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
It's Tires and Mirrors in the Deep Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Still dealing with awful slowdowns on the inner loop of the Beltway from 270 over towards New Hampshire Avenue. The closer you get to I-95, the better things get, of course. Outer loop still slow from about 202 all the way up towards the BW Parkway. Northbound DC 295 crowded from the 11th Street Bridge up towards Pennsylvania Avenue. Outbound 695 slow from South Capitol Street over towards the 14th Street Bridge. And northbound 395 dealing with a crash near Edsel Road. Multiple lanes blocked and delays back towards I-95 and Springfield Interchange. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Mostly clear overnight, low 54 in town tomorrow. Sunny, high 76. Right now, 76 in Washington. I'm Barbara Britt on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
He's here. Now broadcasting from the underground command post, deep in the bowels of a hidden bunker, somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Here, our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Look, there's tons going on Monday.
When I come back, there always is. We have a very important guest who is running for office that I'm going to talk to as well. Very important. And yet, the history bug kicks into me all the time here. So I want to do a little of that. And there's a lot I want to cover tonight. I'm glad you're here. I think it's going to be a fantastic program, all 3 hours. President of the United States, in a very important statement about Tim Kaine, as he was speaking to a group of the faithful at the Museum of the Bible. I've been there. That's a fantastic place. If you ever come to Washington, D.C., my family and I have been there. I encourage you to check it out. It's focused primarily on the Christian faith, but also the Jewish faith as a lead up to the Christian faith. But I think you're going to love it. I really do. And it's a straight up, course on the Bible, the history of the Bible, the history of the various individuals in the Bible and the events and so on. It's just killer. But here's the president at the museum today, and I want to build on this after you listen to this. Cut one, go.
Last week, when the ineffectual senator from Virginia, a man named Tim Kaine, stated that the notion our rights come from our Creator is, quote, extremely troubling to him. Very troubling, isn't it troubling? Isn't it terrible, though? How he would say something like that, and advocated really by a totalitarian regime. This is what they say. But as everyone in this room understands, it is tyrants who are denying our rights and the rights that come from God. And it's this Declaration of Independence that proclaims we're endowed by our Creator with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The senator from Virginia should be ashamed of himself for many things. For many things. But he's even beyond that. But in his own way, nothing's more important than those words. They were terrible words.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to dig into this further, because nobody's doing a better job of leading this fight than the president, Ted Cruz, and we here. This has been something we've been teaching here and talking about here for nearly a quarter of a century. And it matters. That's why I do it. Perhaps the most difficult book in terms of reading, in terms of scholarship for many people, was my book Ameritopia, which followed Liberty and Tyranny. And yet it's one of my favorite. And after I wrote this book, I decided I can't write books like this now. We're not all trying to get PhDs and everything else. We're trying to comprehend and understand and advance the cause. And it was written in 2012. It was written 13 years ago. And I point out the importance, crucial importance of John Locke. The influence of Locke. And on chapter 6, I have John Locke and the nature of man. On chapter 7, the influence of Locke on the founders. I just want to touch on this a little bit so you have a tremendous background on this. John Locke was the most important philosopher to the founders of this country during the Revolutionary period. There's no question about it. And there was once a great professor from Yale who actually looked at every piece of public writings at the time that he possibly could, including pamphlets and newspapers and so forth, speeches, and it was Locke. And during the constitutional period, it was Montesquieu. These are great thinkers from the 1500s, from what we call the Enlightenment period. Now, what Locke said in part, he not only underscored the importance of things like property rights and so forth and so on, But no government, including one established by the consent of the governed, has authority to violate man's inalienable rights. And Locke explains that the law of nature exists above all else, and all men are required to obey it, including those who hold public office. And he wrote in part, thus the law of nature stands as an eternal rule to all men, legislators as well as others, legislators as well as others. The rules that they make for other men's actions must, as well as their own and other men's actions, be comfortable to the law of nature, that is, to the will of God, of which that is a declaration, and the fundamental law of nature being the preservation of mankind. No human sanction can be good or valid against it. So the first sentence of the Declaration encapsulates Locke's view of the preeminence of natural law and the right to disobey and indeed throw off a government that abuses it. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them for the separation. The entire purpose of the American Revolution was to throw off a government. And the entire argument was built upon God conveying rights to his children, you. Now, I break this down in this book, example after example. I say, Locke writes, the state of nature has a law of nature to govern it, which obliges everyone, and reason, this is Locke, which is the law, teaches all mankind who will but consult it, that being all equal and independent, no one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions. For men being all the workmanship of one omnipotent and infinitely wise maker, all the servants of one sovereign master, sent into the world by his order and about his business, and being furnished with like faculties, sharing all in one community of nature, there cannot be supposed any such subordination among us that may authorize us to destroy one another. Or if we were made for one another's uses, as the inferior ranks of creatures are for ours. Everyone, as he is bound to preserve himself, and not to quit his station willfully, so by the like reason, when his own preservation comes not in competition, and he goes on. So the founders embraced Locke's vision that all men are blessed by God with inalienable rights. The life, the liberty, health, limb, or goods of another, quote unquote, which they describe this way. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among those are life, liberty, and in the pursuit of happiness. It is the job of government to preserve those rights. Government doesn't give you those rights. It doesn't create those rights. It's its job to preserve those rights. Want another example? In this book, I give example after example. Again, Locke explains that any government not established by the consent of the governed is illegitimate, and therefore its laws are illegitimate. Nor can a government established by the consent of the people exercise absolute power, surrender its legitimate power to another. Why? For the very reasons we just stated. The laws of nature, and you have your own rights, independent of government. Independent of government. That to secure these rights, says your declaration, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. To do what? To secure these rights. What rights? Natural rights. unalienable rights. That's what your declaration is talking about. It's really quite stunning, isn't it? It's quite stunning that a United States Senator talks as Tim Kaine did. But here's the problem. This is the real unstated yet real position of the Democrat Party. Now, who's John Locke? He lived from 1632. The Enlightenment, I would guess, is from like the 1500s into the 1600s. Had an enormous influence on the American founding and consequently American society. He did not seek ways to destroy the sovereignty of the individual. He sought to understand and cultivate it. Locke explained the true nature of man, including his acquisition of knowledge and use of intuition, reason, and sensation. It's not necessary to agree with all of Locke's conclusions to celebrate his extraordinary insight. In an essay concerning human understanding published in 1690, which really is a book of sorts, it's an extensive examination of the capacity of the human mind, including its limits. Locke dramatically distinguished his philosophical approach from what I call utopians. For Locke, the individual has value, dignity, and significance. Rather than advance a dogma in search of a fantasy, Locke believed that the individual's mind was worth exploring, as if lecturing modern-day liberals. That's right. He's a brilliant man. Locke carried forward his scrutiny of man's understanding. I'm bouncing around in the book, with an anti-authoritarian approach to civil society and governance. Now keep in mind, he was explicitly rejecting Thomas Hobbes. In other words, there were other philosophers, contemporary and earlier, that he was taking on with his viewpoints, that Montesquieu was taking on with his viewpoints. And no philosopher, quite frankly, has a philosophy that is without some influence by others, either pro or con. By equality, as an example, Locke does not mean equality of outcomes or result. He does not mean conformity. Early in his great book, The Second Treatise of Government, Locke introduces the notion of the individual's God-given inalienable rights, of which all individuals are entitled, and which provide the moral condition for a civil society. Here's what he says. The state of nature has a law of nature to govern it, which obliges everyone in reason, which is that law, teaches all mankind who will but consult it, which I mentioned earlier. Locke observed that men generally get along with each other in the state of nature for their own sake and the sake of the community, although it certainly is not perfect. State of war exists in the state of nature only when one individual violates the laws of nature, that is, the inalienable rights of others. Therefore, although the state of nature is not the violent, fearful condition that people like Hobbes describe, the laws of nature are and can be violated. And so he goes on and on about the laws of nature and nature's God. He goes on about God himself. And of all the philosophers who came before your founders, when they turned to the Declaration of Independence, there were others too, but they mainly turned to him. And Tim Kaine rejects him 100%. Tim Kaine embraces what is a fascistic, Marxist, Islamist, overlaying philosophy, and then condemns what Locke wrote, what others wrote, what your founders believed in, as like jihad. That is sick. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Like rush hour is wrapping up and others, not the case. Outer Loop, for example, light volume from Central Avenue up towards the BW Parkway, things slowly getting better. Inner Loop, a mess from 270 all the way over towards New Hampshire Avenue. Inner Loop in Virginia looks rough from 123 up towards the American Legion Bridge. Northbound 395, the crash is near Edsel Road, delays back towards the Beltway. Southbound 95, slow towards 123, and the Outer Loop is slow towards the Wilson Bridge. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Mostly clear tonight, low 54 in town. Tomorrow, sunshine repeat of today, high 76.
FanDuel's getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/BetNY to download the FanDuel app today and get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Get ready. The biggest sale in the history of Rent-A-Center is here. From September 7th through the 13th, take 50% off everything in the store or online and get our biggest savings ever. 50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into September 7, 2025 through September 13, 2025. Participating locations only.
One accident can mean multiple cases: personal injury, workers' comp, and Social Security disability. Hi, I'm Joe Stanley, and using the Stanley system, our team works together for all your cases and wins, coordinating every piece, bringing in expert witnesses, fighting every battle. Just get here with your cases. The team at Stanley Law has one goal: maximum award across the board.
World Vision is there for the most vulnerable. Through natural disasters, war, and disease, delivering life-saving aid and helping to rebuild lives. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Father and son, Aline and Rajiv, were both born with clefts. But thanks to Smile Train's sponsored free cleft treatment, their lives and smiles were transformed. To learn more, visit smiletrain.org/learn.
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there is help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org. That's creditfairy.org. Brought to you by the Consumer Bankers Foundation, the Leadership Conference on Civil Rights Education Fund, and the Ad Council.
WMAL. Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/today. Ethos.com/today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. Making sense of your world.
I can't believe this.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
And I am so with you.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the roads. Because traffic doesn't always follow the pattern. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
I guess, the reason I guess I was the first to focus on this last week my buddy Ted Cruz sent it to me, and I looked at it and said, what the hell is this? And I wanted to give it some national attention. And as you can see, it's gone viral. This Tim Kaine stuff. Posted on the social sites and hit it on radio. This radio has a ton of influence. And I did it because we need to have this national debate. I'm going to get into another thing here, and there's a lot to do today. Good stuff, substantive-wise. And that is the Democrat Party's gone socialist. They don't believe in capitalism. I keep telling people it's the party of the Marxist Islamists, and it's spreading in that party. So if you reject that, you're in the wrong party. But I want to get into this when we return. I'll be right back.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're a different kind of wireless company dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Because let's face it, our needs are different. Big wireless unlimited plans are designed for 20-somethings, not us. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on one thing, bringing you affordable, reliable rate plans that suit your needs, not ours. How do we do that? We start by using the same towers as the big guys, the exact same towers. We then create rate plans designed for your usage. The fact is, we can offer you an unlimited plan with the same network quality for less because we understand how you use wireless services. Our plans start at just $20 a month. And forget trying to chat with robots. You'll get 100% US-based award-winning customer service when you need help. Come find out how wireless should be and join the millions who've made the switch.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 6:30. I'm Barbara Britt. Another delay in the Catherine Hoggle case. The Montgomery County mother accused in the deaths of her two young children, Sarah and Jacob, 11 years ago. Her competency hearing today has been continued until December. A federal appeals court has upheld a decision by a civil jury requiring President Trump to pay over $83 million to columnist E. Jean Carroll over an alleged sexual assault, rejecting the president's appeal today, calling the damages fair and reasonable. Virginia State Police investigating a fatal crash over the weekend on 95 in Dumfries that left a VDOT Safety Service Patrol member dead while helping a driver in a disabled car. WMAL traffic and weather next.
FanDuel's getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/BetNY to download the FanDuel app today and get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
In times of fear, World Vision is there for the most vulnerable. Through natural disasters, war, and disease, delivering life-saving aid and helping to rebuild lives. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Here's Carlos Ramirez with the latest from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Still dealing with slowdowns all over town. Inner Loop especially slow from Old Georgetown Road over towards Georgia Avenue. Light volume towards 95 and then again towards the Vita Parkway. Outer Loop on the brakes from 202 over towards I-95. Northbound Vita Parkway slow towards 197. Beltway traffic from Virginia into Maryland, you're slow from Eisenhower Avenue to the Wilson Bridge. Northbound 395, the crash is still near Edsel Road. Right lane blocked, delays back towards the Springfield interchange. Southbound 95, slow to 123. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com to WMAL Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Mostly clear tonight, low 45 in town tomorrow. Sunshine repeat of today, high 76 by Wednesday. Sunny, a little warmer, highs in the high 70s. I'm Barbara Britt on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
FanDuel's getting you ready for the NFL season with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's right. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app. You can build parlays, bet player props, ride the live lines, whatever your style, FanDuel has you covered. The NFL season is here. The only question is, are you ready to play? Visit FanDuel.com/BetNY to download the FanDuel app today and get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Get ready. The biggest sale in the history of Rent-A-Center is here. From September 7th through the 13th, take 50% off everything in the store or online and get our biggest savings ever.
50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into September 7, 2025 through September 13, 2025. Participating locations only.
F.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
You know, people keep saying the Democrat Party has to moderate, Mr. Producer. Has to moderate. But what if it's more than the base that's been radicalized? What if it's that all the veterans and police officers and firefighters and other patriots who are traditional Democrats don't realize that they're in a distinct minority within the Democrat Party? Or people who think they're centrists or moderates? Or people who are Democrats because it's passed from one generation to the next? Their party has left them, and it left them a long, long time ago, and I'm going to prove it right now with the Daily Caller, the New York Post, other places. A new Gallup poll, Daily Caller, Democrats now like socialism much more than capitalism, new poll shows, by Melissa O'Rourke. An increasingly large share of Democrats view socialism more favorably than capitalism. A troubling new Gallup poll shows, just fresh out. Only 42% of Democrats said they have a positive view of capitalism, compared to 66% who asserted a positive view of socialism, Gallup found. As Democrats seek to redefine their party after the devastating 2024 defeat, the finding indicates the base is increasingly open to the socialist policy ideas promoted by party leaders. I would quibble with that. It's not the base. It's the party, right, Mr. Producer? They're not polling the base, they're polling the party. 42%, that's it, have a positive view of capitalism. 66% have a positive view of socialism. These are Democrats, not just the base. By contrast, 74% of Republicans reported a favorable view of capitalism, with only 14% viewing socialism favorably, according to the survey conducted between August 1 and 20 among 1,094 U.S. adults. That's the point. Not the base, well beyond the base. Overall, 54% of Americans reported a positive view of capitalism, down from 60% in 2021, and marking the lowest level since Gallup began tracking the question in 2010. This is frightening. Favorable views of socialism increased slightly from 36 to 39% during the same period. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I have to comment on this. Part of the fault is we in the conservative movement. We in the Republican Party. We in TV and radio broadcasting, and especially. We don't take time. I take time to go over these issues. Most of my colleagues do not. They bounce around from headline to headline, trying to squeeze the hell out of a story. I'm just telling you, we have got to do a better job. We in this medium right here, it's called conservative talk radio. It should be called constitutional conservative talk radio, but it's called conservative talk radio. Or even on other platforms, whether it's podcasts or TV, we have got to do a better job of using our platforms in a productive way. Instead of just chasing, Epstein and stuff like that. Because we are in a unique position, at least for now. God knows how long it'll last. We're in a unique position to do so. Not just to mock Tim Kaine, although he should be mocked, but to go deep and explain why the problem is, why he's the problem, what his problem is. It's important. Democrats have expressed a more favorable view of socialism than capitalism since 2016, according to Gallup. The shift is evident in New York City, where Democratic Socialist, he's a Marxist. Zoran Mandami won the Democrat primary for mayor. Plans to raise the minimum wage $30, launch a variety of taxpayer-funded programs, including government-run grocery stores, impose higher taxes on what he describes as richer and whiter neighborhoods. He's drawn the endorsement of prominent progressives. What a language. A prominent fellow Marxists, I'll say, such as AOC, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and so forth. And it goes on. So this isn't the base. It isn't the base. Even if we win Democrats, we don't win a majority of Democrats. We win enough Democrats, along with independents, to win. So that's the nature, apparently, of the Democrat Party. Economic socialism. It's not because AOC is a genius. Quite the contrary. She's a moron. Or Mandami is a genius. Quite the contrary. He's a racist, bigot, anti-Semite moron. It's that they apparently represent a majority of the party, certainly in a number of areas of the country. Let's keep something in mind. Certainly not exclusively, but the Democrat Party gets most of its power where? At the metropolitan areas. The cities and the inner suburbs. That's where their power base is. That's not where the Republican power base, logically, conversely. But that's where their power base is. And look how these cities elect these radical leftists, one after another after another. Radical leftist prosecutors, radical leftist city council members. So what I'm trying to say is you're still going to hear people say the base of the party, the base. It's not the base. If you can win a 20, 30% of the Democrat Party, 10% of the Democrat Party, and you're Republicans, you're going to win a nationwide election. Still, the overwhelming majority of the Democrat Party voted Democrat, voted for Kamala Harris, and will vote for the next Democrat. You see my point, Mr. Producer? It's important to get bigger and bigger percentages, which we are, which Donald Trump did. But we didn't come close to winning a majority, let alone a significant majority, let alone any majority of the Democrat Party. My point is not to put down a race where we win landslides. You don't have to win a majority of the Democrat Party for a Republican to win a landslide. That's not my point. You just have to win enough. A small but significant percentage, 10%, 15%. You've got it made. So I think there's a lot of terminology that's being thrown around on radio and TV and other media that is not accurate. That is not accurate. And I think we have to come to grips with this if we're going to be able to overcome it. If we're going to be able to overcome it. That this mentality is not a minority mentality, the base. The base. I think this is why so-called moderates and centrists in the Democrat Party are as popular as the reptile house at the zoo. Or that there's so few of them in many respects. Like in Congress, there's almost no moderate or centrist Democrat in the House or the Senate. They may claim it, but they're not. And we know that. And we know that. And yet people on TV and radio, well, the base of the parties pulling the party. No. No. That may make us feel good to say that. It may make us feel good to say it. But I don't think it's accurate. I really don't. The vast majority of the Democrat Party is okay with socialism. Views it positively. I mean, almost 7 out of 10. That's not the base, that's the party. And less than 50% are supportive of capitalism. That's not the base, that's their party. Which means we have a hell of a big job ahead of us. It also means that President Trump's landslide victory really was incredible. Because the Democrat Party has become more radicalized, much more radicalized since President Reagan won his massive landslides. It also goes to the point where the Democrat Party is increasingly a party of not just immigrants, but new immigrants who come from societies that reject capitalism, that reject it, and have not assimilated into this country. And by the way, it's the rule. There are exceptions. There are great exceptions. So you get my point. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news. Your phone has a lot of apps, but how many of them help you make sense of your world? The new WMAL app gives you the latest headlines, perspective from the voices you trust, and weather info to keep you in the know, all without having to remember yet another password.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Stream your favorite shows, get the day's top headlines, and access our podcast archives, all with the new WMAL app.
Thank you.
Get the WMAL app today on Google Play or the Apple App Store, and stay connected.
Southbound 95, slow from the Fairfax County Parkway to 123, northbound 395, earlier crash near Edsel Road on the clearing stages, but you're still slow from the Beltway up towards Edsel Road. Outer loop slow from Eisenhower Avenue to the Wilson Bridge, inner loop slow from the Dulles Toll Road up towards the American Legion Bridge. Outer loop slow headed towards 123, and the inner loop is slow from 270 over towards Georgia Avenue. Northbound BW Parkway crowded towards 197, and the Southeast Southwest Freeway slow both directions. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com to WMAL. Stormwatch 7 forecast.
Mostly clear tonight, low 54 in town. Tomorrow, sunshine repeat of today, high 76.
Get ready. The biggest sale in the history of Rent-A-Center is here. From September 7th through the 13th, take 50% off everything in the store or online and get our biggest savings ever.
50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into September 7, 2025 to September 15, 2025. Participating locations only.
But I don't want to get a flu shot. You don't want to get the flu again. It's just a teensy little poke.
Hi guys, I know you don't like needles, so I brought Buzzy.
What is that?
It's a device that uses vibration and ice to help take the sting out of shots.
See, hun, that wasn't so bad.
Wait, you did it already?
Yep, Buzzy helps. And Kinney is the only pharmacy that has him.
I'm going to tell everyone I know.
Great. They can schedule online at kinneydrugs.com.
Every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEART. That's code HEART to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Folks, some of America's most cherished values are being challenged. Values like faith, family, and freedom that have guided this nation for generations. That's why I proudly support AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. AMAC is the conservative alternative, offering not only a strong voice for traditional values, but real benefits and discounts that make a difference in your everyday life. And as a member, you'll receive exclusive discounts and benefits on travel, insurance, prescription services, and so much more, along with helpful tools and resources designed to keep you ahead of the curve. And one of the best parts, you'll get the AMAC magazine packed with insightful content and updates that matter to you. Right now, when you choose a 5-year membership, you'll receive up to 33% off, just over $1 a month. So go to amac.us/Levin, amac.us/Levin. Join right now. Stand with AMAC. Again, that's amac.us/Levin and help keep America strong.
Making sense of your world.
Talk radio is where I get all of my information.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of social media. Because big tech can't be trusted. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Folks, if you've been living in credit cards just to cover everyday expenses, well, those interest rates are brutal, and they're going to break your back. It's just a matter of time. I know what it's like. You go to that mailbox, you got to open that envelope, you look at it and go, oh my God, how am I going to get on top of this? And so why keep paying 20% or 30% more to banks when you could call my friends at American Financing? They have mortgage rates in the 5s. And they're showing people every day from this audience how to keep more of your hard-earned money, put it in your pocket, keep it out of the hands of credit card companies. Most credit card companies are nothing more than banks. And right now, American Financing is helping homeowners save on average $800 a month by using their home equity to wipe out high-interest debt with no upfront fees, no obligation. Just a 10-minute call to a salary-based mortgage consultant. It's called consolidating your debt, pulling it under your refi, and getting that interest rate way down. And here's the kicker. If you start today, you could delay 2 mortgage payments, putting even more cash in your hands right away. Right away. So, folks, don't wait. This is a lifeline. It really is. And it's all your money. It's just a matter of how you move it around and take advantage of the lower rates on mortgages and on credit cards, and advantage of the federal tax code where you can have deductions. Call American Financing today. 888-900-1828. Hello, 888-900-1828. 888-900-1828.
or visit AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified borrowers. Call 888-900-1828 for details about credit costs and terms.
As most of you know by now, there is a horrendous video of a 14-time criminal standing over a beautiful young 23-year-old woman who has the bugs in her ear, playing with her iPhone, minding her own business. Did you see this, Mr. Producer? I had to shut it off. He leans over her with a knife and just stabs her over and over and over again, blood everywhere. The mayor of Charlotte, North Carolina, had asked the press not to say too much because he doesn't want people to be scared or whatever. Of course, the video should be public. People can decide if they want to watch it or not. It's my strong belief, media cover-up of what happened on October 7th, for example. The refusal to release the video that was taken by the murderers, the terrorists, has been a grave disservice to we the people and the people of the world to see exactly what we're dealing with. The president has seen it, he has talked about it, and it is burned into his brain. I'm asking the media, the national media, not because it's prurient, it's not. Show it. Show it at 1 a.m. with all kinds of warnings, but show it. Show it. It's almost 50 minutes long, nonstop. Show it. So the world sees what we, the United States and Israel, are dealing with. I think I heard or read somewhere, and I don't know how accurate it is, that part of this deal for the hostages, alive and dead, is the release of 3,000 more Palestinian prisoners. These are criminals and terrorists. 3,000, Mr. Producer. $3,000 more. They've already released thousands. And some that they released decades ago turned out to lead Hamas. And we have this case this morning in Israel where 2 Palestinians coming out of Judean Samaria, the so-called West Bank, murdered 6 individuals on a bus that was packed and wounded 21. 3 of those who were murdered, as they sprayed the bus, they went into the bus, and they just started slaughtering people, were rabbis, as it turns out. First responders said when we arrived, we saw people lying unconscious on the road. 2 individuals, including 1 off-duty IDF soldier, killed the 2 terrorists. Killed them. 1 rabbi was 25 years old, another was 28, another was 43. But others too. And when you release 3,000 Palestinian prisoners, and you've already released 2,000 or 3,000,
Unfortunately, you're going to get more of this. But this is the pressure that's being placed on the government over there by the hostage families. You can certainly understand why they would, by the left there, by our government. There's no way in hell we would release 3,000 criminals in exchange for anything. Is there, Mr. Producer? There's no damn way in hell we would. And they've already released several thousand. I'll be right back.
WMAL. Every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEART. That's code HEART to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
This week on Celeb News, the Hollywood glow up you never saw coming. It's DirecTV. They're shaking things up with flexible options that fit any kind of taste and budget. They only look like $1 million, baby. They got packs with live TV and streaming for one sexy low price. Slay! Wait, DirecTV is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. New residential customers. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Credit card and restrictions apply.
WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington. A Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
Immigration crackdown. I'm Lisa Becerra, Fox News. This one in Chicago.
The surge in resources for immigration enforcement has now been dubbed Operation Midway Blitz. It's a series of targeted arrests. They focus on an individual who's undocumented with a criminal record. The targets are known to law enforcement, but out on the street because of sanctuary policies or cashless bail.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Chicago. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson accused the Trump administration of using scare tactics, especially with Latino people. California Governor Gavin Newsom slamming the Supreme Court decision that allows immigration raids on Los Angeles to resume, saying it will deliberately harm California's families and small businesses. But U.S. Attorney Bill Aselli tells Fox,
our officers do not target people based on race. They use what's called reasonable suspicion, and that includes work sites. It includes other types of activities that they see, like if people are fleeing when they see an ICE agent or they see a Border Patrol agent.
High Court 3 liberal justices dissented, led by Justice Sonia Sotomayor. The White House said again today President Trump did not write a sexually suggestive letter to Jeffrey Epstein released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. The letter was included as part of a 50th birthday album compiled by Epstein in 2003 that House members say was obtained from Epstein's estate. House Democrats have announced the formation of a new committee to investigate the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot, with California's Eric Swalwell to serve as chairman.
Donald Trump has made villains of the cops who tried to stop them.
Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett and Jared Moskowitz will also serve on the committee. Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffrey said House Republicans are once again trying to rewrite history and corrupt our electoral system, adding House Democrats will continue to forcefully and aggressively push back. This is the second congressional look into the Capitol riot. America's listening to Fox News.
Every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEART. That's code HEART to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
South Korean officials are hoping hundreds of citizens nabbed in a Homeland Security raid at a battery factory in Georgia last week will be allowed to return to the U.S.
Hundreds of South Korean nationals are expected to be flown back to that country following their detainment in a raid by immigration officials at a battery plant in Georgia operated by both Hyundai and LG. But South Korea's government now says they're already talking with the Trump administration about allowing them to come back in the future. And President Trump says that's because we don't have enough Americans with those skills.
But we do have to work something out where we bring in experts so that our people can be trained so that they can do it themselves. Does that make sense?
The president Sunday, before flying to New York to watch the U.S. Open, said foreign companies were welcome to bring technical talent, but need to do so legally. Eben Brown, Fox News.
A federal judge has started reviewing a class action settlement between the AI company Anthropic and book authors who claimed Anthropic violated copyright law by pirating copies of their books to train its chatbot. The company has agreed to pay $1.5 billion. The judge has previously ruled training AI on copyrighted books wasn't illegal, but Anthropic wrongfully acquired them. A couple of big athletic wear companies have officially combined.
Foot Locker will now be owned by Dick's Sporting Goods, giving Pittsburgh-based Dick's 3,200 stores around the world. The $2.4 billion merger closed after clearing regulators. That doesn't mean Foot Locker is going away. Dick's plans to operate Foot Locker as a standalone business and maintain the retailer's brands, in addition to Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker, Champs Sports, and WSS. Ann Freeman, a former Nike executive, will be president of Foot Locker North America.
Fox's Jenny Casola. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
But I don't want to get a flu shot.
You don't want to get the flu again. It's just a teensy little poke.
Hi guys, I know you don't like needles, so I brought Fuzzy.
What is that?
It's a device that uses vibration and ice to help take the sting out of shots.
See, hun, that wasn't so bad.
Wait, you did it already?
Yep, Fuzzy helps. And Kinney is the only pharmacy that has him.
I'm going to tell everyone I know.
Great. They can schedule online at kinneydrugs.com.
Every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEART. That's code HEART to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
Now, on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app, Mark Levin.
Somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
You know, folks, I can't get out of my mind this poor kid, 23-year-old, very petite girl from Ukraine, being butchered, not even knowing what hit her. And when those first stab wounds so deep, this guy, he like winds up and does it to this little girl, a little lady. And poof, gone. A life gone in a horrific, painful, heinous way. Just gone. For nothing. For nothing. The value of life is just, people are dehumanized. When I listen to these Democrats and they go, most illegal aliens aren't murdering people. What does that have to do with anything? This isn't a numbers game. It's not a numbers game. Somebody lost their life who should have been in prison. 23 years old, petite. I mean, the hell. The media covers it up for the most part. Then when AP writes about it, they talk about it and write about it as if it's MAGA. MAGA? The MAGA's angry. MAGA. I just think, we talk about babies as if they're just fetuses and it's a right to kill the baby, and we go on and on. Only certain lives matter. Like
Angie's up there chastising fire.
Like I said, they don't show the video of what happened on October 7th, but they'll have a fake case, a photograph on the front of the New York Times, and everybody will weep over it, and it's fake. President at the Museum of the Bible today said this, cut 4, go.
I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, a lunatic, just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.
And so some people have noted that if the shoe were on the other foot, if this had been some white lunatic who stabbed an innocent, petite, hardworking, poor black girl, that the media would have run with this, and it would be a big deal. And they're not wrong. And it should be a big deal. If a big white guy with 14 convictions did that to a black girl, it should be a very big deal. Just as it should be a very big deal right now and what took place here. And of course, white guys killed too. That's not the point. The point is an almost complete blackout from the media. Some of the media is starting to pick it up because other independent media, particularly on the internet, are highlighting it. And it's hard, if you watch the video, to ignore this. I don't mean ignore the video, I ignore the savagery that took place. I mean, it's horrendous. And so on CNN today, if CNN wants to know why nobody watches CNN, it's because it's horrendous too. It's full of very stupid people with agendas who give voice to the reprobates, the maniacs, the miscreants, and the malcontents. Brian Stelter was removed from CNN and he's back. It's like a bad hemorrhoid that some of you liberals get. Cut 3, go.
The energy from pro-Trump activists. They picked up on this video from local news.
So there you go. How can you tie it into Trump and his people, you see? Not the press. Press hasn't done anything wrong here. Not the quote-unquote system that lets a barbarian like this out, where he has committed horrendous crimes before, but nothing like this, of course. His own mother said he should never have been let out of prison. His own mother said he was so dangerous she had to remove him from her house. So if you focus on it and you focus over the fact that the media have done damn near nothing about it, then you must be
a Trump supporter. Yeah, maybe that's right. Go ahead.
Like the times when civil rights groups have raised attention about police-involved shootings. In this case, it is Trump-aligned influencers who
Right,
are
that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. The Democrat Party's made clear where it stands. The American media have made clear where they stand. They're on the side of the terrorists when it comes to Israel. They're on the side of the criminal when it comes to the innocent. Let's be honest about these things. The open borders and all the mayhem and crime and brutality, the rape, the servitude, all this taking place, that's their policy. That's their policy. I don't know how people of goodwill, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, people who are moral and ethical and of goodwill can support this party or this media. I don't know how they do it. I just don't know how they do it. It's not a matter of, well, I don't like the way Trump talks. I don't like some of this, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about good versus evil. Good versus evil. And it's an evil political party that conducts itself the way the Democrat Party is conducting itself. It's evil. Evil. It's not even about what they say. It's about what they fail to do. This guy should not have been let out, and that girl would be alive. It's that simple. And God knows how many people are dying all over the country, but especially in the inner city, because of the same unbelievable, moronic left-wing policies. And there, the majority of crime is done by young black men against young black men. And even that doesn't push the left in this country to say, hey, cut it out. No. Trump offers the National Guard to back up the local cops. Of course these mayors aren't going to take it. Why? Because they're the ones who've defanged the local cops. They're the ones who have cut funding, have cut personnel on local law enforcement. I love it. One of these guys said, why don't you just give us more money to hire cops or some kind? What do you mean? They're slashing budgets for cops. It's not about getting more money. Ideologically, that's their policy. That's their policy. It's not about more money. But Trump, Tammy Duckworthless, defaced the nation. Trump declared war on Chicago. They bring these people on because they know what they're going to say. And they want to promote it. Really sick. And Trump's a dictator, you see. We're trying to help people. We're trying to deport illegal aliens. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
The Wilkins RV Summer Sell-Off Sales Event is going on now, and the deals are hotter than ever. 2026s are arriving daily, and we need to make room. All 2025s must go. Save up to 50% off select RVs. Payments as low as $5 per day on new RVs. Zero down and no payments for 90 days. Over 1,000 new and pre-owned RVs to choose from. What better time than now to purchase your RV with these deals? Visit one of our 7 locations or check us out online at wilkinsrv.com.
Get ready. The biggest sale in the history of Rent-A-Center is here. From September 7th through the 13th, take 50% off everything in the store or online and get our biggest savings ever. 50% off offer reduces the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to rental purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into September 7th, 2025 through September 13th, 2025. Participating locations only.
Dude, guess how much I pay for $1 million term life insurance policy? I don't know, at least $100? Nope. I got coverage through Ethos for around $69 a month, and it's all online. Really? Wow, I need that for my family. Yeah, you do. That way, if something happens to you, they're protected. Ethos, life insurance made easy. Get your free quote today at ethos.com/start. That's ethos.com/start. Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for a 40-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Ever feel like your car is trying to tell you something?
Trade me in. I'm tired. I want a new home.
Well, guess what? Bob Johnson Ford of Pulaski is listening. We want your car, and we'll pay you top dollar for it. That's right. Whether it's a clunker or a classic, bring it to Bob Johnson Ford of Pulaski at 84 Caprera Drive and let it live its best life. Visit BobJohnsonFord.com and make your car's dreams come true. See store for details.
Are your paid search campaigns struggling to drive real growth? Viant helps you reach more of your audience right where they're watching. Streaming TV. Get started today at ViantCTV.com.
After a serious accident, choosing the right law firm makes all the difference. Here's Coley's experience with Stanley Law. Tony was relatable and easy to talk to, and boy, he fought for us. Tony stayed on top of our case and made something happen. Tony and the rest of the team at Stanley Law are appreciated more than they'll ever know. At Stanley Law, we believe when we work together, we win.
215 Burnett Avenue, Syracuse, 1-800-608-3333, StanleyLawOffices.com. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Most people have no idea there's an invisible gap in their home's protection. This invisible threat is house stealing. Con artists pick a house. They transfer the deed of this house into their name by obtaining the forms, using the fake IDs, and filing the paperwork with proper authorities. Now they own the home. Protect your home from this invisible gap. Check on your home's title right now at HomeTitleLock.com. Be sure to use promo code RADIO, and they will send you a complete title scan of your home's title. And your first 30 days of triple lock title protection is free. HomeTitleLock.com.
Americans love their credit cards, one of the most secure and hassle-free ways to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. Now, this bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com, paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Making sense of your world.
Thank you for your clear insight.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
This is a major wake-up call.
Making sense of the news. First thing each morning, O'Connor and Company with Larry O'Connor. Weekday mornings from 5 to 9 on WMAL.
You know, it's always a pleasure to have our friend Zuhdi Jasser on the program. And he's president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, one of my dear friends, and a very, very courageous man who always tries to do the right thing. He's a medical doctor. He was a commander in the Navy.
Hey, girl.
Great patriot. Zuhdi Jasser, how are you, my friend?
Wonderful, Mark. It's so great to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I had no idea you're running for Congress. Tell us about this.
Yes, sir. This is a district that should be in play. And, listen, as you know, I'm all about service. I love my country. And in part of renewing America's promise as we enter the 250th anniversary of America is for people to step up. You know, the far left has had their farm team, and you and I, I've stepped into the fire, whether it be against radical Islam, whether it be against the medical establishment during COVID. I kept my clinic open. I protested the shuttering of businesses and freedoms that were taken away in the name of health care that actually was all about a exploitation of a virus in order to take away our rights. And we're finally getting a course correction with President Trump. And the Trump movement can't be done alone. He has a thin majority in the House, and districts like the 4th District in Arizona can be won by conservatives. It has had a missing in action, Congressman Greg Stanton, who is running the DCCC, but really hasn't, cared about our constituents. Actually, a couple days ago, Stanton referred to illegals as his constituents, which is why he was at the border. It's just absurd. And our promise of America is what my parents came seeking: free markets, individual freedoms, entrepreneurship. And that's why I served the Navy. And, listen, as you know, I am able to sort of get away from the DEI nonsense, the identity politics, and quickly hone in on what the issues are, whether it's declaring the Muslim Brotherhood a terror organization or representing small businesses and trying to get socialization of health care and other aspects of the extreme left out of the daily lives of Americans, is what they care about in our district and across the country.
What major towns are in this district?
It includes all of Tempe, Mesa, and a little bit of Chandler and some of Phoenix and South Scottsdale. It's in Maricopa County. People can go to my website at Z4AZ, Z number 4AZ.com. And, as you know, campaigns are expensive. We're hitting our first quarter. I was the only first-time candidate last cycle with other perennial candidates, and we almost won the primary. And this time we'd like to clear the field with this quarter that's ending in the next few weeks. And, it's just amazing with the response we've gotten. People are so thirsty for candidates that are conservative, but yet are all about America first and securing the border and protecting our families from the drugs and the crime and other things that the far left has just sort of left us to wait.
Well, I want to give you my most enthusiastic, full-throated support. You would be a fantastic Republican nominee. Better than that, you'd be a fantastic congressman to counter some of the kooks like the Talibs and Omars, but not just them, other kooks in the House of Representatives. And we will post your campaign site on my social sites. And before we're finished, you can repeat what it is, Zuhdi Jasser. Now, what kind of district is this? You say it's a marginal district. Is it more Democrat than Republican? What is it?
Well, it actually has more Republican registrants than Democrats, 32 to 30%, but 38% independent. So, a candidate like me, who's a small business guy, have been running a primary care practice for over almost 30 years here in district. Can really reach. I can't tell you how positive the response is, both from Democrats and Republicans, for my candidacy. And just looking at the support initially, it's really the business community that's come out and support, and also folks that know that I've got the courage to stand up to the establishment, be it in healthcare or in government. I mean, it is just a crime that Arizona has a blue Democrat governor who's been useless, has two senators that are blue and also useless and missing in action. And I think if we flip this district here in Maricopa County, we can send a message that Arizona is going to be red again, and America will have a much larger majority in Congress to continue the Trump revolution.
So again, if people want to help you, just slowly, because there were a lot of Z's in this, tell us where they go.
Our website is Z4AZ.com. Just 4 letters. Z, the digit 4, AZ.com.
And AZ for Arizona. So Z for Zuhdi, number 4, AZ for Arizona.com. I hope you Levinites out there will give him your support. This guy would be a fantastic congressman. I see one of your senators is a complete jackass leftist, and I'm not even talking about the astronaut. He's bad enough. Wants to be president of the United States. Is that right, Zuhdi Jasser?
Well, this is why we want to flip this district, is that, it'll start to remind Arizonans what real leadership, courage is all about, what our principles are in Arizona, why securing the border is important, and that it's not just about having only been an astronaut. And I've served also. The service is important, but it's about remembering what the values are of our families and not kowtowing to the Chinas of the world and others like our senator and others have done.
So it's our friend Zuhdi Jasser. You listen to this program, it's the 4th Congressional District in Arizona. And you can go to Z for Zuhdi, Z4, the number 4, AZ, Arizona, Z4AZ.com. If you forget, you can check out my various social sites. All right, Zuhdi, we're going to have you back. When is this Republican primary?
It's next summer in July, end of July, early August. And, I can't tell you enough how campaigns now to flip seats are national. As much as, yes, politics is local, in order to win these and marginalize the Ilhan Omars and others, their farm teams are winning because our farm teams need to have better national support. So God bless you for having me. And anyone who wants to support our movement, with the work I've done, not only nationally, but globally to protect our country. And I want to keep doing it in Congress.
No, you'd be unbelievable. You'd be unbelievable. All right, my friend. Thank you for coming on. God bless you.
God bless you, Mark. Thank you. Anytime.
You bet. Man, wouldn't he be a great congressman, Rich? Oh my God. Meanwhile, look at this, Mondani. New York City mayoral favorite Mondani vows to end city investments in Israeli bonds if elected. Now here, we just finished with Zudi Jasser, who supports the state of Israel because he supports America too. And here we have Mondani, who hates the state of Israel and hates America. I've told you before, they go hand in hand. Even the isolationist fake MAGA, cretins. They pretend they like America. They hate America. They're constantly trashing our history. They're trashing our greatest generation in World War II. They're now trashing the president, stabbing him in the back. If elected mayor of New York, Democratic candidate, aka Marxist, Islamist, Jew hater, millionaire, Zoran Mondani intends to end the city's investments in Israeli government bonds. The one country, you see. We should not have a fund that invests in violations of international law, he told CBS News. The current controller's approach, as he applied it with Israeli bonds, is the right approach. When asked whether he would also divest from private companies that had business ties to Israel, Mondani, who is leading in the polls and supports the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, said the priority was addressing direct municipal involvement. This guy is the face, ready, of Hamas. That's what he is. Now, he could try and hide now, but he was out of the closet before. That's what he is. I'll be right back. Here in America, your car is your freedom. But with thousands of miles on our nation's roads each year comes the risk of a costly breakdown. CarShield has one simple mission: to help protect hardworking Americans from expensive auto repairs. Don't let an unexpected repair bill derail your budget. Lock in your low, pay-as-you-go vehicle protection plan right now with CarShield's Price Lock Guarantee. That means the price you pay today is the price you'll pay for as long as you cover your car. A plan with CarShield includes 24-hour roadside assistance anywhere in America. Proudly based in St. Louis, Missouri, CarShield is an American company helping Americans. And when you call, you'll speak with a U.S.-based operator, not someone overseas. Get your free quote and 20% off. Visit carshield.com/Levin, carshield.com/LEVIN, or call 800-995-4766. That's 800-995-4766. Coverage varies by plans, contracts, and exclusions at carshield.com.
In Prince George's County on the VW Parkway, northbound in Greenbelt, traffic is slow from NASA Goddard to Powder Mill. On the southbound side of the VW Parkway in Laurel, stop and go from 198 to 197. In Montgomery County, inner loop of the Beltway in Bethesda, jammed up between Rockville Pike and the Mormon Temple. Into Virginia, inner loop of the Beltway in McLean, 2 left lanes are blocked. Disabled tractor trailers there between the Dulles Toll Road and Georgetown Pike. And the outer loop of the Beltway in McLean is stop and go between the Dulles Toll Road and Gallows Road. And now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Storm Watch 7 forecast.
Mostly clear tonight, low 54 in town. Tomorrow, sunshine repeat of today, high 76.
It's easy to put off getting life insurance, but if something happens to you, will your family be protected? The last thing you want is for them to lose the house or struggle financially. With Ethos, you can get up to $2 million in coverage in as little as 10 minutes, all online. Plus, there's no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Ethos, life insurance made easy. Get your free quote at ethos.com/easy. That's ETHOS.com/easy.
Looking for a Super Duty without the super price tag? Bob Johnson Ford of Pulaski wants to see you behind the wheel of the iconic Super Duty. And that's why they're doing $7,000 off MSRP. Check out Bob Johnson Ford's massive selection of Super Duties in stock and bring one home with a massive $7,000 discount. Don't miss this incredible deal going on now at Bob Johnson Ford at 84 Caprera Drive or BobJohnsonFord.com. See store for details.
This week on Celeb News, the Hollywood glow-up you never saw coming. It's DirecTV. They're shaking things up with flexible options that fit any kind of taste and budget. They only look like $1 million, baby. They got packs with live TV and streaming for one sexy low price. Slay! Wait, DirecTV is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit directtv.com today. New residential customers. Auto renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Credit card and restrictions apply.
With Chewy, get the food your pet loves delivered with AutoShip and never run out. Save 35% off your first AutoShip order and get an extra side of savings every order after that. Cancel whenever. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
The Wilkins RV Summer Sell-Off Sales Event is going on now, and the deals are hotter than ever. 2026s are arriving daily, and we need to make room. All 2025s must go. Save up to 50% off select RVs. Payments as low as $5 per day on new RVs. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Over 1,000 new and pre-owned RVs to choose from. What better time than now to purchase your RV with these deals? Visit one of our 7 locations or check us out online at wilkinsrv.com.
It's easy to put off getting life insurance, but if something happens to you, will your family be protected? The last thing you want is for them to lose the house or struggle financially. With Ethos, you can get up to $2 million in coverage in as little as 10 minutes, all online. Plus, there's no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Ethos, life insurance made easy. Get your free quote at ethos.com/easy. That's ethos.com/easy.
The Wilkins RV Summer Sell-Off Sales Event is going on now, and the deals are hotter than ever. 2026s are arriving daily, and we need to make room. All 2025s must go. Save up to 50% off select RVs. Payments as low as $5 per day on new RVs. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. Over 1,000 new and pre-owned RVs to choose from. What better time than now to purchase your RV with these deals? Visit one of our 7 locations or check us out online at wilkinsrv.com.
Making sense of your world.
Thanks for taking my call.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Greatly appreciated.
Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news.
He's driving the media mad. Mark Levin, call in with your outrage. 877-381-3811.
The media, what media? We don't have a real press in this country. We have a Pravda, we have an Al Jazeera. It's not a real press. These are ideological activists and mouthpieces for the Democrat Party and the further left. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. This is unconstitutional. Well, we've heard some people in the media talk like that. Or maybe they'll say something's constitutional, which isn't. And we're not going to just take their word for it. What we need to do is take the time to really understand what's in our Constitution. That's our document. And so that's why I'm so excited that Hillsdale College is offering a brand new free online course called The Federalist. Federalist papers were written primarily by Hamilton and Madison. Together, they explain how the United States Constitution established a government strong enough to secure the rights of citizens and safe enough to wield that power. Hillsdale's online course on the Federalist includes 10 lectures, each about 30 minutes long. You can take the course at your own pace. There's no cost to sign up, none whatsoever. You can go right to levinforhillsdale.com to enroll, Levin for Hillsdale.com. Again, no cost. It's easy to get started. That's Levin, Levin for Hillsdale.com. Register for free, Levin, Levin for Hillsdale.com. I did an entire program here on this, on Blaze and on Fox. What is it? This auto pen, how in fact it is unconstitutional. Spent a lot of time on going through the specifics of this and the history of why a president's required to sign legislation and why they used to fly jets overseas to get it to a president, a bill, so he could sign them. Now this from the New York Post. President Biden's sweeping clemency grants during his final days in office caused concern inside the West Wing and Justice Department about how to ensure his wishes were accurately implemented. And it's unclear whether Biden himself was consulted before thousands of pardons were announced, internal emails obtained exclusively by the New York Post show. Now, the messages indicate
that Biden orally approved communications for inmates jailed for crack cocaine offenses on January 11th. But his auto pen signature wasn't affixed to 3 documents listing about 2,500 recipients until the morning of January 17. The debate over who exactly to include in the mass pardons and how to modify their sentences came to a head late on the night of January 16. Then White House Staff Secretary Steph Feldman, a key gatekeeper of the presidential auto pen, wrote to West Wing lawyers that she needed evidence Biden had consented before she authorized a mechanical signature on one of the most sweeping acts of clemency in American presidential history. I'm going to need email from Deputy Assistant to the President Rosa Poe on original chain confirming President signs off on the specific documents when they are ready, Feldman wrote to 5 other Biden aides at 9:16 p.m. 6 minutes later, Deputy White House Counsel Tisha Dixon, one of the email recipients, forwarded the message to Michael Posada, Chief of Staff for the White House Counsel's Office. Michael, thoughts on how to handle this? Dixon asked, adding in reference to the documents authorizing clemency, that is, pardons. He doesn't review the warrants. He doesn't review them. Okay, talk to Steph, Posada replied to Dixon at 10:06 p.m. We will just need something from Rosa once the documents are ready, confirming that the 21 people commuted to home confinement are who the president signed off on in the document titled X. And the number of individuals listed in the document titled Y are those with crack powder disparities that the president intended to commute. Basically, something from Rosa making clear that the documents accurately reflect his decision. If you can give me a blurb whenever they are ready to suggest to Rosa, I can pass it along. The mass clemency was announced hours later at 4:59 a.m. It's 4:59 in the morning. The exchange took place well outside Biden's known regular working schedule, with White House aides leaking to media outlets months earlier the Democrat was at his best between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on any given day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 in the morning. Poe had indicated in a prior email that Biden told multiple officials on January 11 he wanted to, quote, commute the sentences of those with crack powder sentencing, those with disparities, who were determined by DOJ not to have a high likelihood of recidivism, as determined by standards set by the First Step Act. Now, keep in mind, I told you earlier in this article that the DOJ had no insight into what the hell was going on. It's unclear whether Biden actually gave the final go-ahead as Feldman requested January 16, but the email suggests that aides instead incorporated Poe's protestations of what he intended to do. Excuse me, not protestations, attestations, meaning what he wanted to do. 3 separate clemency warrant documents grouped the inmates impacted by the clemency grant, with most due to be released this past February and other sentences short but not entirely curtailed. Now, the ex-president's public remarks since then indicate he was not aware that only 3 documents were required for the roughly 2,500 commutations. He told the New York Times in July that auto pen was used to sign clemency warrants, quote, because there were a lot of them. In December 2024, Biden issued a similar mercy grant to about 1,500 who had been released on home confinement during the COVID pandemic, an action requiring just a single signed document. Presidential approval for the specific documents authorizing clemency matters in part because some grantees were not given full commutations. Some more serious offenders had their sentences shortened, but not completely set aside. The most restrictive category, for example, listed 19 people who had their sentences reduced to 350 months behind bars, equivalent to more than 29 years. But there were surprising aberrations in which violent criminals were included in the near immediate clemency grants, including Russell McIntosh, 51, whose crimes included the 1999 murder of a North Carolina woman who threatened to report him to police and her 2-year-old child. He cleared his entire record. Documents reviewed by the Post do not show that aides countermanded Biden's wishes, but provided additional context and names of officials involved in interpreting the then president's will. By the way, that 2-year-old baby, Mr. Producer, was shot in the back of the head. I wonder what Brian Stelter thinks about that. I wonder if he'll open his big, fat, food-filled mouth and comment on that. Probably not, because it doesn't involve Trump and MAGA. Legal experts said the auto pen documents hold full legal force, but must accurately reflect the president's orders. No, I'm a legal expert. In fact, I'm a constitutional expert, and I strongly disagree with that. Strongly. In any event, it goes on for another couple of pages, and you already have the gist of it, so I don't need to get any further into it. This is a big damn scandal, and you know what? The media could care less. Absolutely does not give a damn. Because remember, they conspired on the cover-up of Biden. They conspired on Russia collusion. That's why they don't give a damn about any of this stuff. Anything to take out Trump or a conservative, anything. They're involved in all this. They're not a media. They're not media. They're not a press. They're not journalists. They use the First Amendment to advance an agenda, and they know I'm damn well right, but they're never going to admit it. Never. It's incredible, really. And here we pretend that there's something other than they are. We don't, but the others do. What was the last time you bragged about your wireless company? Like, did you know my wireless company gave away 1,000 American flags to deserving veterans? And forgave $10 million in veteran debt? Did you know my wireless company raised almost $500,000 to help prevent veteran suicide? In other words, when your wireless company is Pure Talk, there's a whole lot to brag about. A whole lot. I love this company, founded by a vet. It's really shaken up the whole, phone service industry, wireless industry. You can even brag about the coverage you get with Pure Talk, a 5G network that is insanely fast, dependable, and secure. And you definitely can brag about how much money you're going to save with Pure Talk. It's everything we want from a company on this program. Patriotic, based in America, more than competitive, much more advantageous to the customer and consumer, you, than the big three, Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T. You get unlimited talk, text, plenty of data, just $25 a month, saving the average family over $1,000 a year. I hear some guy was involved in another business. We're going to do it for $10. $10 a month here. $10, we're never going to raise it again. I'm thinking, what the hell does this guy know about this business? Yeah. Pure Talk knows a lot. They're highly rated. They're fantastic. Folks, it's time to switch to my favorite wireless company, Pure Talk, like so many others in the audience have. Just dial pound 250 and say the keyword Mark Levin. Pound 250, keyword Mark Levin, and you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250 and say Mark Levin. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in as little as 10 minutes. And for a minute, you'll be saving a lot of money with the best service that's available out there in a patriotic company. Sounds like a great idea to me. Pure Talk, wireless, worth bragging about. Again,
just in case.
250, say Mark Levin. We'll be right back.
Let me read my chat. I just turned my little space heater on. I'm in my shorts, but it's. I seen it. They're in Vegas still right now. Wiggins got me blocked, and Charlie's fucking pissing like a moron. The fucking Charlie is an idiot. I'd like to take that. Never mind. I better not say that.
Make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps, so you never miss them.
She is in love with me, Rusty. That fucking woman thinks that she says my name. I was going to count how many times she said my name on that 3-hour fucking broadcast she did. Holy fuck?
Dude, guess how much I pay for a
He wants the attention. Whatever. He just, and they're in Vegas right now crying, but Wiggin blocks me. I'm not changing my account. I'm going to stay Cracker Jack. Mary Bernie, fucking, you gotta stop. You gotta stop spamming and stop cloning. Stop cloning. Duh. Stop cloning, Billy. Duh. As she does it, as Jay. Fuck you, JC.
Construction work is a risky business. One mistake, one unsafe condition, and your life can change instantly. At Stanley Law, we know New York's construction laws inside and out. Using the Stanley system, we do our research.
I don't know, Wiggin. It looks like you're the one with the problem with everybody. Why? You got a problem with 3 people right now.
215 Burnett Avenue, Syracuse.
You were going to give Will the crown not long ago. You fucking crowned the motherfucker. I'm going to go brush my teeth. I got to brush my teeth.
Classic. Bring it to Bob Johnson Ford of Pulaski at 84 Caprera Drive.
Yeah, Pulaski, New York. There's a Bob Johnson Ford in Pulaski, New York. I was on that ship, USS Kashmir, Pulaski.
An official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HEART. That's code HEART to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at Starlight.
Talking about something foundational, God's covenant with Israel. This isn't just ancient history, it's alive, it's eternal, and it matters today more than ever. When God made his promise to Abraham, I will bless those who bless you, he was laying out a divine principle, a covenant, and that covenant still stands. Supporting Israel, the Holy Land, isn't just theology. It's about aligning ourselves with God's plan, not man's politics. History proves it. Those who stood with Israel have seen blessing. That's not coincidence. That's covenant. That's why I proudly support the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. For over 40 years, they've been on the front lines, feeding the hungry, rescuing the persecuted, and caring for Israel's most vulnerable. They live out the covenant, and God has blessed their work abundantly. To our Christian friends, you've been welcomed into this story, into this family. When you stand with Israel and the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, you're standing with the roots of your faith. To learn more, visit levinforthefellowship.org. That's LEVIN for thefellowship.org.
Making sense of your world.
I don't know where to begin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Thanks for taking my call.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of mainstream media, because the double standard is real. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Oh, yes. Now, Supreme Court. 2 good rulings from the court today. You probably haven't heard about this. CNN, Supreme Court allows Trump to keep FTC commissioner off payroll for now. See, this is the way buffoons write and think. The Supreme Court allowed it. No, the president had this power. The Supreme Court recognized it. Chief Justice Roberts on Monday allowed President Trump to remove a member of the Federal Trade Commission for now, a temporary win for the White House as it extends control over independent agencies throughout the federal government. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's my question. Where are independent agencies in the Constitution? There aren't any. There is a strong argument, I've made it over the years, that independent agencies are unconstitutional. Why? What are they independent from, Mr. Producer? All the other branches of government, right? The Constitution creates how many branches, America? 3. So what's an independent agency? Independent of what? Independent of us. This is a representative republic. That's what it's supposed to be. Should have an independent agency. Now, this was really the mindset of the so-called self-identified early progressives, aka American Marxists. Why? So they could create these entities, pretend that there's experts on them who are independent and objective. We know that's a lie. The Democrats always stuff them with kooks. So they wouldn't be influenced by us. The short-term order, known as an administrative stay, is designed to give the justices more time to review Trump's emergency request to fire Rebecca Kelly Slaughter, who served on the FTC since 2018. Roberts handles emergency appeals rising from the Federal Court of Appeals in Washington. By itself, this order does not signal whether Trump will ultimately win his appeal in Slaughter's case. No, but it does say we better slow this down. We got to think about this. Roberts orders Slaughter's legal team to respond to Trump's emergency appeal by September 15.
Yeah,
Roberts order, which
I forgot Will. I forgot to put it, especially Will. We can't leave him out of the equation. Fucking Will Durant.
Federal appeals court, they don't tell you that.
Well, you, me, and Will aren't going to let him do it. That's fucked up.
2-1.
He's an idiot.
That CNN doesn't have the capacity.
He doesn't dare come up here and talk to me on my panel.
A divided federal appeals court had ordered Slaughter to be reinstated while the litigation.
Acid Trip has more balls than you do, Wiggin. He'll let anybody up on his panel. In fact, he has. And now look what happened. All right, Patrick Rowe overstepped, fucking showing his weapons on camera. I don't think he got blinded. They put him on 18, or I'm not sure what happened. He said something happened. But I guess Patrick Rowe's banned at Acid Trips for 6 months. Good, I ban him. Let me take care of that motherfucker, Acid. I mean, you let him up if you want, if he comes there, but he's going to do that shit. All he does is talk about me when he comes there. He ain't got nothing to talk about himself. Oh, now Charlie watched the show, his fucking Indian motorcycle. That's supposed to change our hearts. You're still an idiot, Charlie. You fucking threatened me with murder on Zenny's chat. I want to kick you right in the ass, Charlie. I want to pound your face. I want to get my hands on your neck and fucking snap it.
Not going to explain it to you. No media outlet's going to explain it to you. I'll explain it to you.
Trust me, I can back my words
Federal
up.
District Court ordered a reinstatement in July. Of course it did. It's a Washington, D.C. court. Washington, D.C. appellate panel. 2 Biden appointees.
See that fucking pinky? See how that knuckle looks like it's fucking bigger than the rest? All right.
There you go. Supreme Court lifts limits on road.
Thought I broke my hand, but I fucking the guy I punched fucking thought I broke his skull.
They want you to make it sound like it's Nazi Germany.
And he flinched.
Roving patrols in the streets. But NBC News.
One punch.
Like I said,
I hit him with one fucking right.
Democrats, leftists, activists.
You won't find that in the paper.
Dressed up as journalists. The Supreme Court lifts limits on roving immigration patrols. And now, remember this kook left wing?
Yeah, and he hasn't been riding it, has shown anything.
Remember she said this is nothing but.
Some ain't right, but I don't really give a shit. And they think I'm going to. Patrick Rose, oh, he's going to get mad. Billy's going to get mad. Oh, Billy's going to get mad. Oh, I like all motorcycles. I'd ride any of them. I want one of those Hondas inline 6-cylinders.
Request was filed by the Trump administration.
Kawasaki makes one too.
And,
an inline 6-cylinder.
By Los Angeles-based U.S. District Judge.
Fucking a road bike. Hey, Rocky.
Mensa
I don't know if they still make them.
Attorney General Pam Bondi welcomed the decision. Of course, she's right.
You know, you go get a Harley Davidson, it's pretty much, you know, motor, bigger motor, you know.
They're litigating extremely well.
They're making 117s. Not just 88 cubic inches anymore. It's a little bigger.
Searches and seizures should protect everyone, said Sotomayor. See, this is just sick.
The fucking pistons on that
We have long-standing
Yamaha are fucking huge.
laws on deportation.
It's got that fucking roadliner. A friend of his has the same Yamaha, only it's carbureted. Scotty's Yamaha is fuel injected. Oh, there he is. Here we go. The Gold Jarl.
The 7-Eleven, the McDonald's, and the Home Depot. They should be able to do that. Okay, where should they?
You can't throw punches online. You're just an idiot.
Nowhere.
And you wanted war with all of us. Will Durant's going to drag you again. Yeah, he had 600 views on that fucking chat. Let me go look.
What they won't tell you is the basics. What they won't tell you is why the Supreme Court really was compelled to do what it did if it was going to follow along the Constitution. I told you as soon as this judge issued.
All right, he's waiting. He's going live. Okay. 489 views on Rock Stars Never Die. The one you fucking cried and bitched about, Wiggin. And you take your streams down, so we have no idea how many views you're getting. And you want to fucking cry about us. That's all you do is cry about us, Wiggin. I'll put the link down. I'm not begging you to come up. I'm just saying that you're fucking, you're immature. You're very immature, very unprofessional. You really are. Now, I imagine if you were my fucking neighbor and we were doing this shit. You think you fucking run shit out here? No, you don't. Only thing you run is your suck fuck. Yeah, you used my phrase again today. Suck fuck. DA running around. I coined that. Oh, I coined that. Like he coined homo. Does this motherfucker realize what he doesn't? He can't imagine. You know how many gay jokes are told on a Navy ship? Especially a submarine. Hey, DA, you dumb motherfucker. Did you know in the Uniform Code of Military Justice, homosexuality is against the rules? And if you're caught doing it during wartime, a court-martial can put you to death for engaging in homosexual acts. Read the Uniform Code of Military Justice if you don't fucking believe me. Go read it. Planning before I went live and all that shit. Oh, we need more male streamers. Come on, you toothless fuck. Come on up. Don't bother me. I just keep posting the link. I'm not going to pin it. All you guys know how to copy a link anyways. Once I post it, you can just copy the fucking thing.
She lived in Charlotte. Last month, she took the light rail in uptown Charlotte. Minutes after sitting down on the light rail, she was stabbed to death on the train. Video shows her, Irina, sitting on the train.
All right, we got an hour left in the news. You see who he brings on. I'm hoping he has the Florida governor on again. And he's probably going to talk about the Illinois governor and what's going on there. Oh, Trump's using the military to wage war on Americans. Oh.
California Governor Gavin Newsom says today's Supreme Court ruling that allows immigration raids in Los Angeles to continue is an abhorrent attack on Californians. A lower court judge found the patrols were conducting indiscriminate arrests.
Thanks, Rusty. I appreciate that.
John Thune proposing a plan to change Senate rules to keep Democrats from blocking President Trump's nominations.
Codified Senate rules what once was understood to be standard practice, and that is the Senate acting expeditiously on presidential nominations to allow a president to get his team into place.
Democratic leader Chuck Schumer blasted the move.
Sometimes it's almost as if the more corrupt, the better. President Donald Trump will totally
holy fuck.
It's as if he wants the Senate to confirm people willing to lie.
It would be nice if everybody could get together and have a great big fucking bonfire. Come up here in the middle of wintertime, bring your ice skates with you. Nothing like a bright night in the middle of winter, somewhere's on the river or on the lake, having a little feed. Oh, Terry B, you got daughter of truth praising Terry B. Oh, Texas barbecue. Oh, Texas barbecue. Duh. Oh, Terry B. Oh, Mr. Fix It. Yeah. I'm not going to put Dougie on the spot, but Dougie made a comment about it. There's something's going on there. Terry B's been a fucking moron right from the start. That fucker. I caught him blocking me and talking shit a long time ago. You're a punk, Terry B. You really are.
The federal crime crackdown in
You got madder than fuck. I built propellers for the Navy. I worked in San Diego.
More than 2,100 arrests, including alleged gang members from both MS-13.
Out there, look at that. Fucking poopy pants. Fucking.
The latest clear out, not a homeless encampment, but an ongoing anti-nuke vigil in Lafayette Square removed protesters insisting they'll be back. And the man accused of killing 19-year-old in the Prince George's woman who was reported missing last month.
Bowling, more like fucking boulders. Holy fuck.
She was last seen August 22nd and reported missing the next day by her family. Police found her body along.
It's probably too bright in here right now. I put a nice white sheet on my couch. How you like that? There ain't no stains on it. Yeah, I guess so. Holy fuck. Did somebody get hurt on that? Let me look at it again.
On the Virginia side of the Beltway,
she trips and wow, look at them thighs. Wow.
Staying in Montgomery County on 270 between the Beltway and Frederick.
That's a big woman.
Traveling between the two Beltways, the BW Parkway in 95, you're good to go. In Route 50 in Prince George's County, clear from the Beltway to the Bay Bridge. And now from Garage Door,
mostly clear tonight. 54 in town tomorrow. Today on 76.
It's easy to put off getting life insurance, but if something happens to you, the last thing you want is for them to lose the house or struggle financially. With Ethos, you can get up to $2 million in coverage in as little as 10 minutes, all online. Plus, there's no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Ethos, life insurance made easy. Get your free quote at ethos.com/easy. That's ethos.com/easy.
That's a good link. Don't be posting no bad links, as Mary Bernie would say.
Start in person or online for only $99. Offer ends September 30th. JumpstartMD.com.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie. It's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps, so you never miss a moment. And with access to your
all right, Will's live.
It's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen. Visit DirecTV.com today. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscriptions required.
Yeah, this guy is obsessed with me. Okay, guys, I gotta deal with two fucking pests today, okay? Two annoying little fucking roaches. One is a roach and the other is a frog, okay? Because I can't get these idiots off of my fucking nuts. So yes, I have to exterminate two pests today. Yeah, this guy's obsessed. Frog Noxious. He's leaving comments on my videos every 5 minutes. I don't know if he thinks that this is a good look, Rob. This is definitely not a good look. It makes you look pretty fucking pathetic.
Well, I want to tell you what I'm posting.
Not Hiroshima. Yes, Gotti. I am going to melt some fucking faces. Yeah, Hiroshima. Time life shit, guys. You are going to find JT's ugly fucking face melted on the face of Time Life magazine.
So I should say Century State.
Why bother? Rob is a nobody. Oh, he's a very annoying nobody, Scotty. Okay, you got to deal with nobodies too. You know that, Scotty, because you have left a trail of destruction behind you that's full of nobodies. That's full of people who are not worthy to tangle with Gotti. You know, the great and powerful Gotti, but you still destroyed him because you just have to. His roommate will take him to court. Okay, so yes, these two assholes. I cannot do this, guys. I can't take it. I cannot stand these people. I don't know why people hate me so much. You heard the song. I don't know why you want to hate me. Why you want to hate me? I don't know. But anyway, so I really don't know how.
Well, Will Durant has my Cracker Jack he has my Cracker Jack handle blocked in his chat. Will, why do you have me blocked? I just posted in there and it's not showing.
Well, we have this from the Constipated News Network. Immigration enforcement operations are ramping up in Chicago and Boston, marking the latest.
Yep, he's got me blocked on my Cracker Jack account.
Cities that limit cooperation with federal immigration authorities. The Department of Homeland Security today announced operations.
I was right about him. The thing, him with Tiffany and that, trying to gain notoriety. And Wiggin was going to give you the fucking crown. Fuck you, Will. No, I am going to unsubscribe from you. I just took away my subscription to you, Will.
It's always you see how these things are always written. See how these things are always written. Not the hype rhetoric from those who call him a dictator.
You're on your own, Will.
They say he's militarizing. That sort of no. It's Trump. And his top officials aligns with how the White House plans to push forward its aggressive agenda. So taking convicted criminals off the street is an aggressive agenda aimed at undocumented immigrants. In other words, illegal aliens. Ongoing arrests in Chicago are expected to expand as a federal presence builds up in a weeks-long phased approach, according to officials familiar with the plans who stress it's still in flux. Leakers, saboteurs. Operations in Boston and Chicago are modeled after the June immigration sweeps in LA. First of all, let me step back and tell you this. Despite the way this is written in a propagandistic way, this puts a smile on my face. It really does. That our immigration laws are being enforced. Those laws exist. You don't just get to nullify them because you don't agree with them. People are here illegally. They're specifically going after those who committed it. But if they find people who are illegally, they're not going to say, all right, you can stay.
You're on your own, Will.
I think it was Carl Rove I heard say today.
Fucking block me like that. Ignorant.
Paraphrase. Something to the effect that it was the CNN data guy who said that obviously now the president is 20 some points under.
I got to roll a joint.
The support of Hispanics. And the way the discussion went, I think with Carl and others, was people want the criminals removed, but they don't like the enforcement of the other, that we need people to do jobs that other people won't do. I mean, wait a minute. America, we're talking about tens of millions of illegal aliens. Is everybody now taking the position, every establishment, Democrat and Republican, that they should all stay? Is that the position? That they should all stay because of a poll? And I'm not picking on him per se. I think this attitude is widespread, as a matter of fact. And I don't know how it's picking on him anyway by trying to restate what he said. I'm just disagreeing with it. The escalating actions also followed a massive raid last week at a Hyundai plant in Georgia that, while not in a sanctuary city, previews forthcoming worksite operations. Again, a big smile on my face. You can expect action in most sanctuary cities across the country, Tom Homan said, decrying as problem areas the next targets of the sweeping nationwide immigration enforcement agenda that helped propel Trump to a second term, but Americans largely oppose. Are we going to have laws or not? Are we going to enforce laws or not? You know, Americans largely oppose the Internal Revenue Service. Do you ever hear them write about that, Mr. Producer? The Internal Revenue Service that Americans largely oppose. The federal income tax that Americans largely oppose. By the way, the open borders under Biden that Americans largely opposed. Did any of that matter to anybody? No, it didn't. Democrat-led cities are bracing for the Trump administration to decide over the next day or two whether to further deploy National Guard troops to crack down on violent crime. Well, as I pointed out here and over the weekend, we deployed National Guard troops to integrate our schools. Why wouldn't we have National Guard troops protect our citizens in many of the same communities? Well, that's different. And of course, if these mayors were doing their job, none of this would be necessary. DHS blamed Boston Mayor Michelle Wu for sanctuary policies that not only attract and harbor criminals, but also place those public safety threats above the interests of law-abiding American citizens. Is that even in dispute? No, I don't think so. Of course, it's not in dispute. It's the truth. And so the Democrats are opposed to all of this, you see. And, look, if you want crime-ridden cities, if you want your kids to be largely illiterate, uneducated, because they oppose school choice too, if you want jobs taken by foreigners who just walk into the country, assuming they even take jobs, if you want your tax-paying money to go to illegal aliens, if you want entitlement programs drained like Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare by people who shouldn't be on the rolls, then vote Democrat. It's that simple. There you go, vote Democrat. It's that simple. If you want Venezuelan drug boats shipping crap into our country, vote Democrat. Or support Rand Paul. What do you mean, Mark? Rand Paul attacked J.D. Vance when J.D. Vance said words to the effect that he was glad that that ship was blown out of the water, and more will be with these drug pushers, these drug cartels. And Rand Paul took offense. He said, killing people like this without due process. Due process?
I gotta roll a joint.
Due process?
I thought about having a beer.
On the boat with the drugs and
I ate my last burger before I went live.
Take you to court. Due process.
And it's,
what does due process have to do?
hey, I got a text message.
They're gang members trying to get drugs into the United States of America.
Severe weather in Europe. First snowfall predictions.
It also turns out, ladies and gentlemen, they're part of an axis of drug pushing into the United States, among
just
other places,
fucking get.
where they're taking they're divvying it up between Venezuela, Hezbollah, and Iran. Did you know that, Mr. Producer? That's right. And so this is why the Secretary of State wants this done, among other people. The President of the United States, of course. This is why J.D. Vance wants it done, too. So Rand Paul goes on and on with his knucklehead view.
Fuck you, couldn't handle this temperature. He'd have to put a parka on. He'd be cold and shivering. Oh, I'm cold.
Is that, by the way, we're not talking about criminals, quote unquote. We're talking about people who are using drugs to destroy our country. The communist Chinese, the Iranians, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Venezuelans, Mexican drug cartel. I mean, what is this? Crazy, isn't it? Jerry Nadler. He's retiring because he's afraid some young communist is going to run against him, and he's an old fat communist. Cut 17, Errol Lewis is questioning him. Who's Errol Lewis? Who the hell knows? Cut 17, go.
You are an attorney, Fordham Law School graduate. You've made a specialty of fighting for civil liberties and constitutional rights. What parts of the Constitution in particular, do you think are most in need of defense right now?
Well, a number of them. One is
No, that's not the right question, Earl. My question is,
my father had a 1972 Pontiac Catalina station wagon.
White slaveholders?
And when I was old enough to get I drove it before I got my license. I was already driving it.
I pointed out a billion times.
But when I got my license, I drove that fucking boat everywhere.
Who've trashed the framers of the Constitution, who've trashed them up and down, year after year, trashed them in our textbooks, trashed them on TV. Slaveholders, committed genocide, on and on and on. This Constitution's written for a white majority. How many times have we heard this? It's in my book, American Marxism. I quote after quote after quote these morons. And then this guy, Earl Lewis, let's start at the top. Listen to what Earl Lewis says about our precious Constitution. Go ahead.
You are an attorney, Fordham Law School graduate. You've made a specialty of fighting for civil liberties and constitutional rights. What parts of the Constitution in particular do you think are most in need of defense right now?
Well, a number of them.
A number of them? You mean that Constitution? Oh, yeah, a number of them? See how sick these people are, America? Go ahead.
The liberties. They're going the way they're going after immigrants. The
way the president's going after immigrants is actually quite humane. If you don't trust me, go DuckDuck or Google or whatever, Bing, and check out Dwight Eisenhower. Check it out. Considered a moderate president, a tremendous general, a great patriot. They removed almost every illegal immigrant in this country in a 6-month period. By boat, by train, by plane, by bus. And the United States military was given the job to oversee it. He issued a military order, and he gave a general the responsibility for getting it done. Was he a dictator? Was he Hitler? No, he defeated Hitler. Oh, don't tell Tucker. And now Nadler and his friend waving around the Constitution, these people on the left, they're just pathetic. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie. It's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscription is required. New residential customers auto-renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Equipment lease required. Unreturned device fees apply. Credit card restrictions apply.
You know a safe-ish home security solution when you see one. The stuff that kind of seems like it works, but doesn't. The key under your welcome mat. The security camera that isn't a real camera. The guard dog on duty sign when everyone knows the dog is Mr. Buttons. The thing is, safe-ish doesn't actually keep you and your home safe. But ADT can help with smart, easy-to-use security you can rely on. Don't settle for safe-ish. Get ADT. Every day, companies you've never heard of are making billions selling your personal information. They scrape your name, addresses, phone numbers, even details about your family, and sell it without your consent. Aura fights back. Aura removes your data from broker sites, keeps it off, and alerts you if your info shows up on the dark web. You also get VPN, antivirus, and a password manager. Start your free trial today at aura.com/listen. Protect yourself now at aura.com/listen.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppable bottle shake. And now a Smith solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, Wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
It's sunshine savings at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Plenty of late model vehicles with low miles on the lot right now, like a loaded 2016 Lincoln MKX, only $15,999, or a 2020 Acura TLX, beautiful, low miles, just $27,999. A 2018 Toyota 4Runner, 59,000 miles, would look perfect in your driveway. Hey, the sun is shining at Widget Auto Sales on Anna Washington Street, and see them online at widgetautosales.com. The used car leader.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a better option. I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar plant protein bars to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel. IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. And right now, you can get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 7 plant protein bars, 4 hydration mixes, and 4 enhanced coffee sticks. Clean ingredients, amazing taste, and you'll love how you feel. Refuel smarter, hydrate harder, caffeinate larger with IQ Bar.
Go to eatiqbar.com and enter code TASTE to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping. Again, go to eatiqbar.com and enter code TASTE.
When you're high, you feel different. But if you feel different, you drive different. So don't drive high. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Guess who's watching Rob Finnerty on Newsmax? President Trump is. He even says Finnerty's show is so terrific. Millions are joining President Trump to watch Finnerty every night at 8 p.m. Eastern on Newsmax. All this week, Rob looks at the media's war on President Trump. Rob gives you the facts about the National Guard in cities like New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. He tells you the real truth about the Jeffrey Epstein files, and he reveals the big media's agenda on Trump's health. You need to watch Rob Finnerty on Newsmax. Check out your local cable system. Newsmax is on all major systems. Or download the free Newsmax app. It costs you nothing, and you can watch in minutes. Finnerty is the fastest growing primetime news show in America. Find out why even President Trump is tuning in. More than 40 million Americans go to Newsmax for news they can trust. Because we are real news for real people.
Here's making sense of your world.
There are a lot of things that really tick me off.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the border. Because laws either matter or they don't. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
Now the Democrats want to shut down the government. They're going to do everything they can to shut it down. They're going to have some help by the debt enders. I've told you before, the only way to fix the debt, and I mean this, is to have a convention of states. The convention of states. Because Congress is incapable of fixing it. Even the 7 or 8 or 12 or 14 are going to insist on cutting. They don't have the votes. They don't have the votes. They never have the votes. Either they're bad politicians, or as I say, Congress can't fix Congress. So, the Democrats want to shut it down because they want to damage the midterm chances for the Republicans, and they want to damage Trump. They're not interested in fiscal responsibility because they're fiscally irresponsible. That's right. They're the inventors of the Ponzi scheme on a massive scale. So they're not interested in balancing budgets and cutting spending. No. They want to shut it down. Now, I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not running for office, and I don't want to turn the government over to these nut jobs. Here's Robert Garcia speaking of nut jobs. This guy's a punk. He's a reprobate, and he's a menace. And there he is on MSLSD yesterday. Same with them. Cut 18, go.
Now we have a looming fight over government funding. Are Democrats going to move to let the government shut down?
I think Democrats have got to be tough and do whatever it takes to stop the Donald Trump agenda. And look, I think Donald Trump right now is proving that every day It's another march to authoritarianism. It's another day where he rolls back democracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's just stop. Donald Trump has a fantastic record in the Supreme Court of the United States, where they bring these emergency appeals. It's not perfect, but it's fantastic. And he has a fantastic record in winning cases when they came after him. Speaking of authoritarian, police state, fascism, dictatorship, when they tried to destroy him before he got reelected. And so, what do they mean, authoritarian? What are they talking about? He takes his cases to the court. He loses, he loses. He wins, he wins. When he wins, it's because the Supreme Court gives it the seal of approval. Then they start attacking the court. Then their judges start attacking the court. And they continue with their claptrap. Have you noticed? So who's the authoritarian? The lower court judges that are way, way out of control? Yes, it's them. Go ahead.
Doing with the budget right now as it relates to essentially picking and choosing what he wants to fund. Democrats can't play that game. We have got to stand tough and push back. And I think the government, we know where we're headed. We have to stand tall. What are we going to do? Pass a budget and allow Donald Trump essentially?
First of all, you're a bunch of intellectual midgets. You'll never stand tall. Go ahead.
Wants to fund. So I think in this moment,
Wow.
I hope that we learned our lessons from what happened the last time, where unfortunately, as a
What does that mean? What does all this mean? All this gobbledygook?
Fucker.
They shut down the government. What's going to happen? Donald Trump's suddenly going to become one of them? As for him withholding funds and so forth and so on, the court has been upholding this. And what happened, of course, is so much of the money they were trying to push out the door after the election, so much of the money they were pushing out to their political friends to the tune of billions of dollars. You remember all this, American? They're pushing it out to countries, the weirdest type of money, the programs, the most perverse type of programs. And he's tried to stop a lot of it, and the court has upheld a lot of his efforts to stop a lot of it. So what is this guy talking about? What is it that they plan to do? Shut down the government. Where's their blueprint? When it comes to securing the border, they open the border. When it comes to deporting illegal aliens, especially criminals, they obstruct it. They sabotage it. When it comes to kids getting a good education, they don't believe in it. When it comes to protecting our cities, they don't believe in that. The hell do these clowns believe in? We'll be right back.
WMAL. Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/today. Ethos.com/today.
Most people have no idea there's an invisible gap in their home's protection. This invisible threat is house stealing. Con artists pick a house, they transfer the deed of this house into their name by obtaining the forms, using the fake IDs, and filing the paperwork with proper authorities. Now they own the home. Protect your home from this invisible gap. Check on your home's title right now at HomeTitleLock.com. Be sure to use promo code RADIO and they will send you a complete title scan of your home's title. And your first 30 days of triple lock title protection is free. HomeTitleLock.com.
It's sunshine savings at Widget Auto Sales, the used car leader. Plenty of late model vehicles with low miles on the lot right now, like a loaded 2016 Lincoln MKX, only $15,999, or a 2020 Acura TLX, beautiful, low miles, just $27,999. A 2018 Toyota 4Runner, 59,000 miles, would look perfect in your driveway. Hey, the sun is shining at Widget Auto Sales on out of Washington Street, and see them online at widgetautosales.com. The used car leader.
Ever wish buying a home was as easy as clicking your heels 3 times? At Northern Credit Union, we know there's no place like home. We offer first-time buyer programs with no closing costs, VA, USDA, season, new construction, and many other loan options. If you're dreaming of home ownership, Northern will help you get into your new home in 3 clicks of your heels. Getting approved is quick and easy, and with our meet or beat rate guarantee, you know you're getting the lowest rate possible. Our team is here to help you along the yellow brick road to home ownership with honest advice, personalized service, and support.
A good one. watch a movie, I guess. I've never watched that movie right there. Never watched it.
No place like home. Northern Credit Union. Mortgage magic in the real
Full Metal Jacket.
15782.
Arlie Hermes dead now. He passed away.
MyNorthern.com. Federally insured NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Get ready.
I'm gonna watch this while I listen to the radio.
Center in charge of keeping the lights on. You go to great lengths and sometimes heights to ensure the power is
or online and get our biggest savings ever. 50% off offer with the total amount necessary to acquire ownership pursuant to any purchase agreement. Offer valid on new agreements entered into September 7th, 2025 to September 15th, 2025. Participating locations only.
I'm Tiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business.
310 to Yuma.
To me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
You know a safe-ish home security solution when you see one. The stuff that kind of seems like it works, but doesn't. The key under your welcome mat. The security camera that isn't a real camera. The guard dog on duty sign when everyone knows the dog is Mr. Buttons. The thing is, Safe-ish doesn't actually keep you and your home safe, but ADT can help with smart, easy-to-use security you can rely on. Don't settle for Safe-ish. Get ADT.
It's sunshine savings at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Plenty of late model vehicles with low miles on the lot right now, like a loaded 2016 Lincoln MKX, only $15,999, or a 2020 Acura TLX, beautiful, low miles, just $27,999. A 2018 Toyota 4Runner, 59,000 miles, would look perfect in your driveway. Hey,
There's somebody in here with a handle revving it.
And see them online at widgetautosales.com.
I know who it is too.
Making sense of your world.
Greatly appreciated.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
I love listening to you.
Making sense of the news. WMAL's Vince Colonnade.
That's a hand rolled and a 1 1/4 paper.
WMAL. Making sense of the news.
But then, the thunder on the right. Call in now. 877-381-3811.
Headline: The Guardian, which of course is a crap newspaper. Trump attacks Tom Hanks after West Point cancels event honoring actor. Donald Trump launched a vitriolic attack against Tom Hanks for supposedly being destructive and woke. One of America's most beloved actors was snubbed without much explanation by West Point last week. Let me tell you what all these reporters know. All of them. He's not a nice guy. I was shocked. I had a gentleman drive me from the Newark Airport all the way to Virginia. It was a 5-hour drive, very nice guy. I didn't know him. And no, nobody paid for it. I paid for it because I couldn't get a flight, but that's a whole other story.
What was your strategy? Beat the crap out of him.
And he starts telling about people he's driven, all kinds of famous people and so forth and so on. And I said to him, who is the worst? And obviously, you know what he told me was what is it? Hanks. I'm not going to get into specifics, but it was bad.
The Django.
The little people very well. And everybody knows, particularly the little people that have to deal with the drivers and this, that, and the other. I know, it's shocking to people. Wait a minute, they got 1,200 Oscars? That's not possible. Good liberal? That's Democrats? Well, from what this guy told me, it's pretty well known. And he felt the brunt of it. And if push ever comes to shove, Tom, I'd be more than happy to publicly state what he said. But Trump is right on about this. And why the hell would West Point give him an award anyway? Now, we know what movies he was in. Trump wrote, "Our greatest West Point, getting greater all the time, has smartly canceled the award ceremony for actor Tom Hanks Important news, we don't need destructive woke recipients getting our cherished American awards. Hopefully the Academy Awards and other fake award shows will review their standards and practices in the name of fairness and justice. Watch their dead ratings search. Acts have been scheduled to receive the 2025 Sylvania Thayer Award later this month for service and accomplishments in the national interest. Well, I don't know what he did in the national interest. He got the Presidential Medal of Freedom, Mr. Producer? Inducted in the honorary member of the U.S. Army's
I'm watching him.
Fame. This is for
A fight.
His acting, I guess.
Dan Severn
Forrest Gump.
and Coleman. Mark Coleman.
And Commander Ernie
1997.
But I do know what the gentleman told me, and no reason to tell me anyway. And he told me a lot. He wasn't very pleasant, just so you know. I don't mean purely or anything like that. Just wasn't nice. In fact, was mean as hell. Right, Tommy? Right, Tommy? Now, some America's most...
Dan Severn lost.
Faith, family, freedom. So I proudly support AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens. It's the alternative, conservative alternative to groups like the AARP, in my humble opinion. And the great thing about this is it really helps seniors, but it helps all of its members. And you can be 18 years and older and join. And you should. In addition to its great patriotism and it battles on Capitol Hill to promote our principles. It really does. You will get unbelievable benefits and discounts that make a difference in your everyday life. Prescription drugs, travel, insurance, and the list is a long one. It's a long one. And also, particularly for your seniors, helpful tools.
Randy Couture.
Security Medicare advice. They have a fantastic magazine, AMAC magazine. You'll look forward to getting several times during the course of the year. It's packed with wonderful columns and information and knowledge that you're going to love. But you're going to love this even more. When you choose a 5-year membership, you'll receive up to 33% off. What does that mean? Just over $1 a month. Just over $1 a month. You use those benefits and discounts, that more than pays for just over $1 a month. I'm telling you, folks, this is the opportunity. It's really a gift. You want to know the truth? It's a gift. So go to amac.us/Levin, amac.us/LEVIN. Join today. Stand with AMAC. Stand with AMAC. Stand with me. amac.us/LEVIN. It's a fantastic organization. And you're going to get a lot of goodies out of it, too. But every day you wait means every day you want to get more good. Now, let's take some calls here. Let us go to Mark Brookfield. Mark in Brookfield, Missouri. I got it. The great KCMO. Go.
Hey, 2 hours ago, I was standing
I remember you, Mark.
watching Manifest. Well, no, I was watching Monroe Doctrine fly over my head. I was watching Monroe Doctrine fly over my head. A BT bomber heading for Whiteman Air Force.
Yeah. Now, the Monroe Doctrine, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
Was a doctrine that was developed by Secretary of State before he was president, James Monroe. The doctrine has been changed over the course of the decades, but the bottom line is the position of the Monroe Doctrine is that anything that happens in our hemisphere is our business. It's our business. And that we have every right to intervene on behalf of or against forces in our hemisphere to protect our country.
Wow.
That's essentially the Monroe Doctrine.
The fucking Randy Couture was a fucker could wrestle.
Well, of course, the left today attacks Manifest Destiny, which is kind of funny given Hollywood is in one of those territories, actually a state now, where manifest destiny mattered when we went to war with Mexico to get so much of the West. And I go, well, you can't do that. Indigenous land, blah, 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 blah. Well, then get your ass the hell out of California. But there they are. Go right ahead.
Well, I think manifest destiny leads into Israel, and we ought to be back in Israel with everything we got.
You know, sir, I'm going to tell you something. You're really on to a very important point. One of my heroes is a pastor in San Antonio, Texas, in a mega church called Cornerstone. His name is John Hagee. John Hagee gave a sermon yesterday. Our friends Vanessa and Charlie said, you need to check out this sermon. Two of our bestest friends. And so, I'm sitting in the chair, and I played for over an hour. And tears are coming down my cheeks. Pastor John Hayden gave one of the most passionate, brilliant, biblically historical commentaries I've ever heard in my life. And I posted it. And I hope you people check it out. I don't care what you're facing. It doesn't matter. God is going to take care of John Hagee, as John Hagee has taken care of so many. I really believe it. I really believe he was sent here for a reason. This is a man several decades ago who formed Christians United for Israel, as he was standing what was called back then the Wailing Wall, now the Western Wall. And he felt God speak to him in the spirit. John Hagee is not a crazy man. He's not snake oil salesman. This is the real deal. He's the real deal. And I would encourage you to listen to that sermon. I posted it.
What were you trying to post? I missed it.
Move it up. I don't know if you're able to do that on there. Let's move it up to right under the permanent one. And I hope you people will check it out. I really do. Because, Mark, you'll see that what you say is so true. And you did a fantastic job of saying it. But folks, you got to listen to Pastor Hagee. You got to listen to this man.
Pastor Hagee.
He is just special. He's very special. And thank you for your call, my friend. All right, let's continue. Let us go to Anna, Savannah, Georgia. The great WTKS. How are you, Anna? Yellow. Anna. How do you spell Anna backwards, Mr. Producer?
Maurice Smith.
Let's go to Bob Winson. Excuse me, Bob. In Winson, Virginia. XM Satellite. Bob, how are you? How do you spell Bob back?
I'm great. I'm great, Mr. Levin. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. Call me Mark.
Okay, Mark. I'm confused, and I'm hoping you can help me.
Yes, sir.
In President Trump's first term, he appointed, and I want to say it was Sean Spicer, to a military board.
Ah, you're right on.
Okay. As soon as Bribham ascended to the residency.
Wait a minute. I love that name. Bribham. You win a signed book, Mr. Producer. Don't let this man hang up without getting his full name and address. That's great. Go ahead.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Well, anyway, as soon as he ascended to the residency, he fired him. And Mr. Spicer fought it all the way to the Supreme Court and actually got the outcome he wanted, which was the Supreme Court to say, yes, the president can fire anybody at any time.
Right.
Why are we still having all these court cases If President Trump wants to fire somebody, why?
I'm guessing because that was an advisory committee versus an independent agency. That's probably what they're resting this thing on. But the president has to be able to fire people. Otherwise, he doesn't control the executive branch. And the idea that you have independent agencies that are independent of the rest of the government, to me, that's clearly unconstitutional. Clearly. All right, Bob, don't hang up. Don't hang up. I shall return. I'll be right back.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want, like all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Thumbtack presents Project Paralysis. I was cornered. Sweat gathered above my furrowed brow, and my mind was racing. I wondered who would be left standing when the droplets fell, me or the clogged sink. Drain cleaner and pipe snake clenched in my weary fist, I stepped toward the sink and then... Wait, why am I stressing? I have Thumbtack. I can easily search for a top-rated plumber, read reviews, and compare prices, all on the app. Thumbtack knows homes. Download the app today.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie, it's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscription.
Wow, I've never seen this fight before.
Anytime equipment required, unreturned device fees apply. Credit card restrictions apply.
It's sunshine savings at Widget Auto Sales, a used car leader. Plenty of late model vehicles with low miles on the lot right now, like a loaded 2016 Lincoln MKX, only $15,999, or a 2020 Acura TLX, beautiful, low miles, just $27,999. A 2018 Toyota 4Runner, 59,000 miles, would look perfect in your driveway. Hey, the sun is shining at Widget Auto Sales on out of Washington Street, and see them online at widgetautosales.com, the used car leader.
Our Q4 roadmap includes on-channel.
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky Rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you can make your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Bet the way you live, like a rebel. Join the rebellion and get a $1,250 bonus at luckyrebel.la.
You know a safe-ish home security solution when you see one. The stuff that kind of seems like it works, but doesn't. The key under your welcome mat, the security...
Sad, isn't it?
Isn't a real camera. The guard dog on duty sign, when everyone knows the dog is Mr. Buttons. The thing is, safe-ish doesn't have...
Americans really aren't doing that crap, except to each other like in Chicago.
Security you can rely on. Don't settle for safe-ish. Get ADT.
WMAL, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're a different kind of wireless company dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Because let's face it, our needs are different. Big wireless unlimited plans are designed for 20-somethings, not us. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on one thing, bringing you affordable, reliable rate plans that suit your needs, not ours. How do we do that? We start by using the same towers as the big guys, the exact same towers. We then create rate plans designed for your usage. The fact is,
yeah, my mother would say, well, I'll have to answer to God.
For less, because we understand how you use wireless services. Our plans start at just $20 a month. And forget trying to chat with robots. You'll get 100% US-based award-winning customer service when you need help. Come find out how wireless should be and join the millions who've made the switch.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include
$5
credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Making sense of your world.
I agree with everything you're saying.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
My heart is great for what's going on.
Making sense of the news. WMAL, making sense of party politics because somebody's got to hold their feet to the fire. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
First, I want to give a shout out to my old friend Bill Corsair. Great patriot, Vietnam vet. His birthday. And first time I was really on radio, I was calling into his show in Philadelphia, where he was on late at night. And as a kid, I was 14, 15 years old, I would wait up all night. I think he came on like 12 or 1 a.m. till 5 a.m. It was a fantastic show called The Little Rascals, and people would call in, and he'd give them names, and they'd give themselves a name. You know what my name was, Mr. Producer? The Matzo Ball Kid. But in any event, it was a blast. He's a great man, beautiful wife. I want to wish them both the best, in the best of health, and happy birthday. And also to one of my great mentors and his wife, who was also a mentor, Ed and Ursula Meese, 66th anniversary, wedding anniversary. Fantastic people. And just love them to death. And from Julie and me and the family, to them, as well as to Bill, Janet, and the family, God bless you all. It's terrific people. You know, when you really sit back and think about the influences in your life, it's good to do that. I don't do it enough, but I try to do it. And to recognize these people as time goes on. You know, America's drowning in debt, $37 trillion. Congress cannot fix it because Congress caused it. And they don't have the political ability to do it. They just don't. That's the reality. So the smart thing to do when our country's debt has a negative effect on paper money, which is your currency, paper money, diversify with gold. Diversify with gold. That is what I do. My trusted friends at Monetary Gold, and they are good, really good, are standing by to help you. Call 877-NOW-GOLD, 877-NOW-GOLD.
Yes, I'm dead serious. And yes.
He may be able to get some takedowns and help build his record, where Maurice Smith, obviously, on his feet, is going to look to go ahead and strike. Or that they're not so worried about but yeah, Maurice Smith likes to strike from his feet.
So this is the year in UFC history, 1997, I'm watching. Right now, it's Randy Couture and Maurice Smith had the championship, which he took away from Mark Coleman.
I give grappling to Couture. I give aggressiveness to both. Might be able to hedge that to Couture because he was able to get the positions he wanted.
Boy, that Maurice Smith, he's a tough motherfucker. Randy Couture. Wow. That's
Time in 17 years of competition, Maurice Smith has lost the title defense, but this night ends with a new champion, Randy Couture. From the state of Oregon, a natural champion, a natural-born winner. He stole the hearts of those in Shin, Yokohama. So for my partner, Jeff Blatnick, and a fine crew here in Japan, I'm Mike Goldberg saying so long. See you in New Orleans.
So my stalker went live, did he? My stalker. I never figured he'd be a stalker, Tom. Did you go live? Wow, he is live. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Excuse me. Ain't much happening. Monday night. Everybody's got to get up and go to work in the morning, right? Well, not everybody. Some of us don't work out. I take it. Tom's retired, right? Patrick, New York's probably the same, right? Are you retired? Not retarded, but retired, Patrick. Where the fuck is Dougie at, anyways? Where the fuck is Doug? So you want to know what's going to piss Wigan off now? Is that I end this stream and call it a night. So I'm going to do last call. Then I'm going to lay down on my nice couch right here. I might fall asleep right here with computer sitting right here. A lot of people work from home. It's like the American way. Mm-hmm. So how about our friend Alpesh? Is he live? Nope. No, he's not live.
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Billy?
Did you get permission to come up here? You call Wigan?
No, I don't think I need to. Oh my goodness.
Oh
my God. So how you been, Billy?
Hey, you see it, right?
Yeah, I see it.
I'm ready to take a nap. Yeah, I was live 6 hours earlier, and I've been live 3 hours. So I've been up here at 9 hours today.
Wow. You're doing good then. You know that?
Fucking hilarious.
Well, I'm glad to see you being able to do this again.
Yeah, I just used up all my time. He didn't believe it. I did. I looked at the time. You know how I go live and then come back. You know,
right?
So and then it was busy last month.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
I could have left the streams up longer, but I didn't. You know. Yeah. I think I've done enough heavy lifting. What do you think?
Yeah, probably so.
So fucking Wiggins got so much shit piled, he'll never get it off. He went live again. I peeked in there, so I gave him a view. Of course, there's Queen T in there, and there's Charlie. Charlie thinks he's trolling me. EQ.
Oh.
You know, Charlie threatened to murder me. When I first met Zen and that, and went to her chat. He was in there, and so let's see. Wolfie had her chat going, and she gave me a wrench in there. But it was on Zenny's panel and Zenny's chat that, you know, finally after a few days threatened to murder me. And you know how he is. He'd go into a chat like that and act like he's in charge. Remember when he used to do that shit?
Didn't he used to go by Carlito?
That's why I call him Queerlito.
Oh, okay. I just
Carlos Danger, that fucking New York congressman there, Anthony Weiner. Showing himself to a 15-year-old online.
Oh God, Anthony Weiner. He's got a good name. I bet you he was made fun
He's
of.
a congressman from down around New York City.
Oh my God.
And Uma, there, fucking all involved with Hillary Clinton.
Wow.
Steele dossier. Yeah, that murder of that girl, was it on a train or was it on a bus? I thought it was on a train.
It was a bus.
It was a bus?
Yeah, and it was actually in a good section of Charlotte. Yep. She had just gotten off work. 23 years old. Just got off work, coming home. She got on the bus, sat down, and started messing with her phone. And then you seen that guy in the back, that the Carlos Brown Jr. He'd been arrested 14 times and turned loose.
I only heard it on the radio, so I haven't actually seen it. And I don't.
And so she sat down on the bus in front of him and pulled out her phone and started looking on her phone. And you see him, he reaches in his pocket and pulls out a
And
knife.
she wasn't actually from America, right?
No, she was from Ukraine. And she left Ukraine.
She's from Ukrainian.
She left Ukraine to get away from the war. So she decided to come here.
They come here, yeah. There's a lot of Ukrainians that do come here.
And then the bad part about it was she left a war zone and came here and got a job and started working, then get on a bus after work and gets killed.
Well, when did she when did she come here, and when and the guy that murdered her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously he was here before Trump became president again, right?
Oh, yeah. He's from Charlotte. I'm not sure whenever she come here, but he'd been.
Is he an illegal alien?
No. He's born in Charlotte.
He's born in Charlotte.
Yeah. And just an asshole woke up on the wrong damn side.
So
of the
it's
bed.
just the opposite. She's here legally and she gets killed.
She gets killed. 23
years old.
Stabbed her in the neck 3 times.
Yep.
And she had no clue of what was going on because it was so quick.
Meanwhile, Wiggins worried about us.
Yeah. About a week ago, we had a guy, a little bit of road rage, pulled up next to a car and shot into it, hit a 17-year-old girl in the head, killed her. She was pregnant, and they did a cesarean, and they saved the baby, and the girl died, man.
Wow. Oh, shit. And the bad part about this is the judges that turned him loose. You know, I think he spent a little bit of time behind bars. Then he got out, but he wasn't out for a year before he started the whole thing again. He's homeless. He was living with his mother. Okay, she had to kick him out.
She said he's bad. Yeah,
she said he attacked his sister.
Yeah,
and she said I had to kick him out. So, you know, now they got a damn GoFundMe. Somebody put up a GoFundMe page to raise money for him because of the injustice that was given to him.
They do that shit. You know it's coming. You know, and in of all places, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte. You know, and you know, like I said, that was on the good side of Charlotte. I mean, I can't wrap my head around it. You know, I mean, he should be charged with a fucking hate crime.
Well,
or something.
All crimes are going out to hate, right?
Yeah.
But he murdered her.
He murdered her.
Yeah, it's homicide.
And it's on video.
Right.
Yeah. So
he deserves. A person deserves the death penalty. If you take someone's life and it's not self-defense, you should. Yeah, you should suffer the death penalty.
Right.
That's why I say these violent offenders, now just start castrating them.
You know, that's what they used to do.
They still should calm them down.
I think what
prison is punishment. Laws are a deterrent. Everybody knows you're not supposed to murder another person.
Yeah.
Unless it's in self-defense.
But this motherfucker You know, I know some people that would love to get him and take him to the swamp so he can go out there and spend some time with nature.
Yeah, it's tie him down, put him on the railroad tracks.
I mean,
tie him to a tree so I can shoot at him with my pellet
put some
gun.
honey on him, get some damn fire ants around him. Yes, make him suffer. Make him suffer.
So, Patrick, are you watching? Are you watching old? What do I call him? We got to come up with a nickname for him.
Who, for Lowe?
Oh, yeah. No, for Wiggin. Toothless Wonder.
Girly girl's good enough.
Oh shit! Talk about being obsessed.
Oh, he whines like a girl.
His daughter Truth is in love with me. She says my name more than he does. Constantly. I was gonna that last broadcast. I was gonna count how many times she said my name, Billy. I lost count. I could just fucking sitting there shaking my head, listening to that shit, listening to him.
I wonder if at night in bed she screams, "Billy! Oh, Billy!"
Look, Joe, I got a new screenshot of Billy. Look at. He's got almost a whole banana ate.
Oh my god, whole banana.
Did you see me eat an apple for him this morning?
No, I didn't see the.
I bought some Honeycrisp apples, and they're big.
What were they? Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp. I don't think I've ever heard tell of them. I know the Fuji. I think it's Fuji and Granny Smith, the sour ones.
There's they're different names.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you make apple pie, you want to use the green apples.
Granny Smiths.
The texture holds the best for apple pie.
I've seen some gigantic apples up at the Asian market.
Now, you can mix them if you want. Mixed apple pie.
Used to take a slice of Granny Smith apple and then put a little bit of salt on it. Oh my god, it was so good.
I'll get you some apple. I'll get you some strawberries almost as big as a baseball.
Yeah, I remember seeing those.
The only thing messier making than fucking pies is biscuits.
Oh god, I love me some good biscuits.
Oh
man.
Shit! I said the wrong word.
Oh my god, shame on you, Billy. Biscuits and sausage gravy.
That word has a lot of connotations to it.
Yeah, it does.
I love a good fluffy biscuit.
Oh hell yeah! That and put you some honey butter or something on that thing. Oh my goodness!
Apple butter,
jelly. What else? Make some sausage and gravy. Whew, let me tell you, that's a meal in itself right there. Remember?
Have you ever seen the name Yamissi Alcindor?
No.
Yamissi Alcindor?
Yamissi, yeah.
I have never seen that. Not that I can recall.
She's a supposed journalist. And she's black. And I'm not sure if she's LGBTQ or not.
Right.
But she's been on the same show host with Green Jean Pierre. You know who that is?
Green Jean Pierre.
The former White House press secretary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
woman that looked had the big afro.
She's a minority. She's black. She's a woman. And, she's an immigrant, and she's LGBT.
Yeah. I think that's all of Biden's cabinet was LGBT. Right? Seems like.
Hate to even say that the girl's good looking. She's so fucking stupid.
Wow. And what about that redhead? What was her Patty? They called her Peppermint Patty.
Oh yeah. Well, who the fuck started calling her that? Was it?
I don't know.
Chris Plant in the morning. Who the fuck started calling her Peppermint Patty? I think it was right. Jenny Psaki.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
God.
She dyed her hair red and all that, right?
Yeah.
She was the first one. And then
Yeah.
Corinne
She
Pierre.
took over. Yeah. Yep. My goodness. Whew. That was a nice one. You know, and I love the way they dance around questions. You ask them a question and they'll.
Oh, Donald Trump, why are you using the military to wage war on the American people?
Well, it's like this, and then we got to do. You know, they'll dance around that damn question. Oh God.
You just want to fucking just. Can you just hear the president saying, "Why don't you just shut your fucking mouth, you stupid bitch?"
Hell yeah. My God.
Well, listen, the White House press secretary, she ties them all up in knots, anyways. So things, they still might get worse before they get better, but things are getting better.
Oh yeah.
Things are getting better.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
And I could use some.
So November's around the corner. There's a reason we have elections every year. There's a reason, they talk about time limits, term limits and all that.
Yeah.
It was somebody, you remember Dave Riata?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't see him around much.
Up on JC's panel one day, we need a term limit policeman.
Term limit policeman, yeah.
Wow. And I jumped all over that. I laughed at it. Are you kidding, Dave? Come on, Dave. He's military. He was in the Navy.
Marines. He was Marine.
He was in Marines. Yeah, he had a picture where he was on ship. He showed him on JC's panel.
Yep.
And it got to the point he doesn't like DA.
Oh.
DA wanted to jam with him. He didn't want to play with DA.
Oh my God.
So you haven't seen Riata at his panel or at JC's panel.
Yeah, I think if I'm not,
but he is in White House chat.
I was fixing to say I have seen him somewhere.
Right, he's in the other chat, and his son lives at Shannon's chat, or did.
Oh wow. I
untraceable or untrackable, whatever you call it. That's Dave Riata's son.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I think he originally was up from somewhere around New Jersey or something, and then
wherever they're from. Dave lives in Montana or something.
Montana, yeah, he's up there. He does a lot of skiing and stuff. I think, yeah, he does a lot of skiing, or he used to anyway. I don't know if he still does or not.
I haven't been in a long time, but I used to cross country ski quite a bit.
Oh wow! You got many people up there where you're at, Billy, with snowmobiles.
Oh yeah, it's a big thing up here. Snowmobiles. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Because I know a guy that's from Moravia, New York, up there at one of the Finger Lakes, and he moved down here. I think it was like 30 some years ago, and so he loves it down here. He said he doubt he'll ever go back up there, but he still has 2 daughters that stays up in Moravia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been back a few times, but he told me one time, he says, hey, he says next time I go up there, he says, if you want to, you can go ride with me, and we'll hang out and I'll show you my hometown. I was like, all right, but it didn't manifest, because I think he told me one time he could be up to Moravia in about maybe 14 hours, I think.
Well, I think what you would like to do is go ice fishing.
Ice fishing?
Oh, hell no. I ain't gonna freeze my butt off.
You think so? You latch onto a northern pike and you pull that up through the hole, you'll get excited.
Yeah, I've seen people go out there on cars.
If you like to fish.
I can bass fish here year round.
Tom, listen. The other day when I was on a motorcycle, we stopped in Waddington. All right. And that's where the Bass Masters is held, right there on the St. Lawrence River.
I'll catch the smallmouth bass.
Madrid, Waddington. Yeah. That's where we went up to Hogansburg. Went to the Eisenhower Lock. There's a plateau that they built. You get up there and you can see the lock, and and you can see Canada from there. Robert R. Moses State Park. You can't kill no deer there. They don't let you hunt there. You can't hunt there. I see the biggest rack I ever seen. I used to drive limo for Cappy's limo service, and he had contract. He picked the boat pilots up and took them home and brought them to work. So I would drive. I lived in Alex Bay, and I would have to go to the Eisenhower Lock to pick them up or drop them off as far as down at Henderson Harbor, right on Lake Ontario. Long ways, a lot of driving. Yeah. So I did that for three years. I did that almost 3 years. As I worked as a line cook at Bonnie Castle. I could move to Alex Bay, but I'm from Governor. Yeah, biggest rack I ever seen. I pulled in there. There's a tunnel that you go through to get there. I come up out of that tunnel, and there's that big old buck standing right in the road. Had to stop. It wouldn't move. It looked at me. Biggest fucking rack I've ever seen in my whole life. Bigger than one I shot. And the one I shot was huge. This thing was a monster. There's nobody. You can't hunt there. You can't kill no deer.
Biggest rack I ever saw was 63 double Ks.
Yeah. Well, I pulled in there, and all of a sudden I see these deer fly across the road, and then they're fucking 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, 5 dogs, right? A pack of dogs after them. You ever in the moonlight, you ever see a pack of dogs go after a deer? They're fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. You get out in the woods, and then all you see is a bunch of hair strung all over the place.
Yeah, down here the deer don't really get as big as they do up in like Alabama and going on up north.
Yeah. No, you're
we got a lot of swamp deer down here. They're real small.
Almost like pharaoh deer.
Yeah.
Because you guys do have whitetails, right?
Yeah.
Whitetail is a whitetail.
Yeah, 14-point whitetail down here is a big deer.
You know, you get an Adirondack buck, their horns are red from the woods. Yeah, I don't mind being boring. Helps Wigan out when it's boring.
At least we're not stuck in the gay state of California.
So what do you think? There needs to be a handicap match. Wigan and Patrick Rowe against Billy Hayden. One doesn't have any teeth, and the other one doesn't have a brain.
Nobody's got a 5-finger back scratcher.
He just sits in that fucking chair.
Scratcher.
He pissed Acid Trip off last night.
Oh yeah.
He went up on Acid's piano, whatever fucking time in the morning it was, I forget. There, I went in there, and there's Patrick up there fucking yik-yakking for the last 2-3 hours. Billy. Fucking Patrick Rowe has got a serious problem.
Oh, God.
He's got a real serious problem.
You know, some of these people, I think they need to be on medication for mental problems. If they're not, they need to be.
I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. What does he want me to do? I'm sorry, Jara Wigan. Oh, geez, I'm sorry, Jari.
Do you think they're jealous some ways?
Listen, he claims to be a Christian. Right?
Christian.
And he's violating 2 of the commands. Right? One, he covets thy neighbor. He covets what I do. And 2, he bears false witness.
Well, that's definitely a violation.
You get right down to it. I mean, look at Tammy in his fucking chat. Look at the fucking foul shit she says. And he's worried about God. He said, or whatever the deal is, that he wants his daughter to be the victim. Well, I went in Will Durant. I went into his chat, and for some reason, my post didn't show. And then I see "fuck you" posting, and he said the same thing. His post wasn't showing.
Wow.
So I turned Will Durant off. I really don't care what goes on over there. He can have Tiffany. I can't stand that fucking bitch. Seriously, I've had enough of that fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, good gracious.
Yeah, I don't attack anybody. Hey, why are you sending something in the mail to Rusty? I was around for that when you did that. She does shit just to spite people. Why are you mailing something to a stranger, Tiffany? Because Rusty is a stranger to you when you did that. How about it there, fucking fat face? Huh? She left my panel that day. I let her up here and she was attacking me, right? And then I let Rusty up. Rusty decided to come up as soon as she did. She, toodaloo, toodaloo. Now this the thing with fucking, she was friends with Alicia, and now they're fucking fighting again. It's just, he trusted Lady Venom. You're a bunch of foul mouth motherfuckers, but we can't have any joking going on around here.
Oh my God. I know, right? Somebody might get offended. Lord. But it's I don't know what's wrong with some of these people on here. I mean, all this stuff's been going on.
I say it all the time, Rocky. This is what's wrong with them. They have nothing eventful in their real life. Yeah. If you want to, I mean, this is actually part of your real life. But when they're not in chat, they just what are they doing?
Right. Yeah.
They're always in chat.
They need a hobby.
They're always in chat.
I wished I could do that, but I got bills I gotta pay.
Did it again.
Oh well, that's the way life goes. That's the way life goes.
Too big is all there is to
it. You touch it doesn't take much. I do it like on my phone here. If I have the screenshot on, all I got to do is pick it up and set it down, and it takes a screenshot. I didn't even touch the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you.
Tony's probably one of my best character witnesses. I think that fucker watches everything I do. He's in Acid Trips chat. He comes in here. I had him going. I think I might have timed him out that one day. I forget what was going on.
Yeah, Tony's all right. I mean, he just bounces around and everything, but Tony seems to be all right guy.
I was watching.
That is whenever he's asleep.
He went to a bar one night, and this
I'm just
chick,
kidding.
he was on that fat chick was all over him.
Oh yeah,
his balls must have been hurting her fucking after she rubbing up on him like that. She's a fucking big girl.
Was she that big, Tony?
I thought she was gonna slam him right on his back and have her way with him.
She gonna rape him. Huh? I can imagine Tony laying there. Get off me! Get off me!
Is that right, Tony? Am I lying or what?
I'm just fucking with you, Tony.
I'm not sure what bar. So I think Tony is in Miami, Florida.
If I'm not bad mistaken, I think Matt is up where Idaho or somewhere up that way.
That's highly likely because Miami has a large Spanish population down there.
Oh yeah.
And they don't all hate America.
No. I mean, the majority of them that comes here wants to come here and do it the right way. But then you have some that just they ain't nothing that you can do to it, except kick them out and send them back. I mean, that's what gets my ass too. All right, you take me. I had to do things the legal way, and it costed me a shit pile of money. But I got my son and my wife here.
Yep.
And they letting these motherfuckers come in there without vetting them or just giving them free hotel rooms at our expense. No. That's
Who's playing football tonight? Do you know?
I don't even know. I don't even follow football.
I don't
anymore.
follow either.
I'm just waiting for hockey
Oh.
to come back around. Which
Yeah,
ain't gonna be
y'all
long.
saw that game where they sang the Black National Anthem? That went over like a lead friggin' balloon.
Oh my God. Damn. That's some fucked up shit. You know, you got people actually out there that's wanting to rewrite the Constitution or do away with it.
Yeah, they want to
Like,
change the communist ideology.
Hey, I have a Viking. There's a Viking right there.
you know, I used to back up, I think it was around 2018, maybe. It was back whenever old Colin Kaepernick started that thing with the knee.
That's when I quit watching.
I quit watching it. And I was like,
Completely.
oh, hell no. You know, and I mean, if that's what he wanted to do, that was his right. He had a right to protest on anything. But you don't do it in fucking front of a fucking football game that you're getting paid to play. Now, if he want to do it on Monday morning on his own time, that's strictly left up to him. But
Yeah,
you don't do that.
Yeah, what we should do is, we stop giving these NFL teams and all these teams, stop giving them government money. They make enough money to pay these football players millions of dollars. They got enough to carry the load on their own damn back.
Exactly.
Why should we have to pay for their bullshit?
And right then and there, whenever I seen that shit going on, I stopped watching it. I ain't watched it since. And I don't miss it. I mean, at first I kept saying, it was like, Carolina Panthers is playing today. I'd like to see. And I was like, nah, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to cave in. And I didn't. And I don't miss it now. You know, I turned everything now to hockey. I got out of watching hockey for a while. And then I went back in there and started watching hockey. And I love it. I love it, man. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I can't get enough hockey. They have 82 regular season games, and then they're off for about 2.5, 3 months. Then they're back again. I mean, I've seen some interesting things in hockey, some good fights and stuff. But I love hockey more than anything in the world now. I used to watch boxing back whenever I had HBO and Cinemax, and Showtime, but I got rid of that a long time ago, and so I don't even watch boxing anymore. I didn't even know, was it George Foreman passed away here right recently? I didn't know that. I know Roland was watching some kind of fighting, like MMA fighting. I think it was from the Far East. I forget what country, Korea or Indonesia or somewhere out that way. And he was getting into that for a while.
Yeah, I stopped watching mixed martial arts when they opened up, and they start with all the lights flashing and the confetti and I don't want to hear that shit. I want to see the fight.
Right. You know, it's all about hype, building your hype up, stuff like that.
I don't need that shit.
No, just show me a fight and I'm done. I'm done with it. Just show me a fight and we're good. We used to have a boxer. I don't know if he's still around or not. God, what was his name? He was from around Lillington down here. And he went professional. I'll think his damn name in a minute. He wasn't a very popular fighter. Gosh, what was his damn name? But he was local. I'll think of it in a damn minute. I think he owns a trailer park now or something. What's his fucking name? Let me see if I can't Google it.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. I told you most people that get hypothermia get it between 45 and 55 degrees. And the reason for that is they don't think that it's that cold and they get stranded in a situation. And but if you because most people know, oh, it's 40 degrees and the wind's blowing. They know it's gonna be cold.
You get hypothermia there, but if it gets below freezing, you just freeze to death.
Yeah.
You become an ice cube. If you don't freeze, you just get hypothermia. You die.
Well, that's another thing. When it's cold and you're out hiking and stuff, you still need to drink water.
Yeah, because what hypothermia does to you is it makes your heart stop. Your heart stops. You can't beat no more. That's what that's what you end up dying. Fucking heart.
Well, your heart starts beating faster to make more body heat, but there's nothing there to do it with.
Yeah, it overloads and it quits.
Yep.
My goodness.
Now, if it's not, if it's below freezing, you'll freeze.
Right.
Let's hope. If I die, right, I hope it's not, because you can still rot at 50 degrees. You need to be embalmed, otherwise the bugs will be eating you.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body's not capable of producing enough heat to keep you warm at a certain point.
Oh, his name, the boxer's name was Bone Crusher Smith.
A boxer?
Yeah. Bone Crusher Smith. And then I didn't know this, but Sugar Ray Leonard was from North Carolina too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Floyd Patterson.
I just watched something on him too.
Oh yeah?
A little while ago.
Wow. But yeah, I didn't know that Bone Crusher Smith. I mean, I knew he was from here, but I didn't know that Sugar Ray Leonard was here. And I don't see any more.
I'm going to check the temperature to see what it is.
It's going to be feeling good there.
I live in the North Country.
I'm just guessing 52.
Hey, that's a good guess.
Damn.
The wind.
I was going to say 54, but damn, Tom nailed it. 52.
Oh, okay.
You nailed it, Bo. You need to go up on the Price is Right.
Now that bunch of freaks.
Oh, wow.
I don't like gay people at all. I don't even want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sitting in a bar, right? This chick comes walking up, pours beer and sits down, leans over like she's a dude and stuff. What's going on, bub? And I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
God damn, Tom. I went into whenever I was in Fayetteville. I went into Fayetteville, and this is early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And I went to the McDonald's off of Bragg Boulevard, and me and a few of my buddies, for about 3 of us, went in there and was going to get us something to eat. And there was this, it was on a Saturday night. I think it was around maybe 9 o'clock. And I was standing in there fixing to order, and there was this dude, and he was dressed in drag, man. I don't know if he was going to a party or what, but he had the wig and the dress and the high heel shoes on and everything. I was like, what in the hell? And evidently he was in a hurry because and they evidently the McDonald's crew was taking their own sweet time. He was slapping the counter and saying, come on, bring me food, and everything. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you? Why are you dressed like that? But you know, you see some strange shit though, some very strange shit. I was like, damn, dude,
That's some scary shit. Yes,
damn right.
Yeah, they cut all that hay in that field out there to roll up for hay. All the the egrets came out and they fed on behind the tractor. They follow the tractors and eat the bugs and frogs and shit that jumps up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, later on that afternoon, the buzzards come out and start flying over that field looking for any animals that got chopped up.
Right.
My neighbor blamed me for bringing the buzzards out there.
They blamed you.
Yeah.
For bringing the buzzards.
Hey, look, I'd rather be up here hanging out with you guys than be wigging and hanging out with fucking Queen T. Roy. That's what's fucking going on right now. He's live. Will Durant is live. They each have fucking the same amount of people, 10 people. All right.
Wow.
I think Rusty's taking a break.
Jesus.
She might be in Vegas fucking trolling somebody. All right. She's been up on his panel for fucking more than 20 minutes now anyways.
Oh wow.
I ain't listening to it. I tuned in earlier. I don't know if you heard it when I just went back to it and I had to
I heard just a very glimpse of it.
So Mamie Tammy Big Clammy's up there running her suck fuck.
That is
Colin C is in there posting.
Colin. Wow.
Calling me Billy the pervert.
Mm.
Did you see what Wiggin did today?
Mm.
Maybe you don't know what I'm thinking, so I'll just tell you what it is. He made a comment. I'm trying to be hip and cool and hang around with the younger people.
What?
Meanwhile, he's fucking paying somebody who's 30 years younger than him to be his concubine. Or he's her, yeah.
Sugar daddy.
Yep.
Wow.
So the double stand. Hey, Wiggin, why don't you come up and face the men? You're up there with fucking Tammy. The biggest fucking
you cannot be in Generation Z when you're a damn fossil.
She was saying, oh, that younger generation, I can't hang with them. But when JT and Rain come along, she sucked their ass.
That's a big jump.
I'm getting it out.
Because I think she's like in her 60s, isn't she?
Am I right? When JT and Rain, when they started streaming and all that, she fucking moseyed in there and fucking sucking JT's ass. And yeah.
Wow.
I used to go to Jason's once a day just to give it a thumbs down. Then I quit doing that because I found that counted as a view.
Oh. Dang. That's
so who is this Tom that keeps posting that Terry B?
I've seen that.
I had no idea.
Because there's been numerous times I've been in Vegas, which I don't go in there a whole lot, but I've been in there and I've seen where, this guy Tom posts, and I'm thinking at first it's Tom, but then I got thinking that ain't Tom. So I think Tom's got a clone somewhere or another.
Yeah, we called him last night.
Ah, my God. Damn. Some people ain't got nothing better to do except
I'm going to say this. Dougie made a post. And He's mad at fucking Terry B. He said Terry B is a nobody. He
Terry
posted
B.
that. Yeah.
I think I've seen him, but I can't.
He's the I fixed my neighbor's toilet guy.
Oh, okay.
He's I fixed my neighbor's pool guy.
Oh,
He's going to wherever to get something, whatever.
gotcha.
And he does barbecue. He's Texas Terry. That's what DA calls him. Texas Terry. Hey, Texas Terry.
Wow.
We're like,
I kind of remember or seeing him around a few times, but I can't place him though. I can't remember where I seen him at.
yeah, it's gonna piss Wiggin when I shut this down.
It seems like
he's 3 hours behind me.
Oh yeah, because he's in California.
Yeah.
No,
he did it again yesterday. Right, accused me of shit, bearing false witness. It's all you do, Wiggin, is bear false witness against Guam. He played the clip where I made the he made me, Rocky. Him and Fuck You bragged. They cloned me, and they were in Whitewater chat, and they were in what was the other one there? The fucking and the one in Washington. I can't even think of the name of it now.
White House.
No, not that one.
No.
Umaguma.
Umaguma.
I'll think of it. There's another chat they were in. And then Amsterdam had their chat. All those people that, what's her name, would go there. Friends with Dutchie and them that run that chat.
I wonder if that
Feline Fee and Zoofless, Angel of the Forest. Remember him? Where are you at, Zoofless? You fucking tree hugging prick.
I kind of remember him. Angel of the Forest.
Yeah.
Oh God. Whatever happened to that dude from New Zealand?
Which one?
He had some gal down there. What was his name?
Quit. That's what I think.
No, he was something like a shoot. I know his damn name, but I can't.
There's a few from New Zealand. They all hang out at JC's chat.
He was always saying light and hope and light and something.
Oh, Universal ARC.
Universal Art.
Wiggins been talking about it. They bring his name up all the time.
Universal Art.
Yeah, there's a handle out there that Susan, whatever it is. Yeah, that's all part of Shannon's deal and all that shit. Patrick New York knows all about it because he was in Shannon's chat and he's privy to all that stuff, especially Fuck You and Wiggins. That's why. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, Susan Schaefer says she's going out with Universal Art.
Well, that Wax Cat.
Wax Cat, yeah.
I actually seen why she was on camera with Dave Riata. I was actually on JC's panel with those two. They came up on JC's panel when I was up there. That's a fact.
Yeah, Universal Art.
But he tried to troll me. He come at me. They're all. I killed you guys in Fox 46, and I wasn't even a rookie yet.
Bragged about how he was from the Moray tribe in New Zealand.
Yeah.
The tribe of cannibals.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, he said he was Moray. They were cannibals.
Yeah.
Look up the HMS Voyage.
If you lived there back in 1600, what would you do? Like, food is scarce, and here comes a human. Barbecue. Listen, I don't know. If it was a good-looking woman, you probably wouldn't want to do that.
You want to procreate.
If If it was fucking JC walking down the beach, I don't know, would you slaughter that fucking thing and try to eat it?
Oh hell no.
Hell, if I was Mexico, I'd use it for lamp oil.
There's too many fish around the island.
Eskimo? Did I say Eskimo or Mexico?
Mexico. I believe I could fish and catch some stuff like that better than I could the other. Or eat some bark, chew some bark.
Yeah, we got full-fledged chat war going on between Wiggin and Will Durant.
Oh yeah, they're going after each other, huh?
So I'm going to end this and go to bed.
I got you, Bill. Hey, well, I'm glad you came up.
My nephew never fucking showed up today, that fucker.
Oh, really?
When I get up in the morning, I'm going to be mad.
So he was supposed to show up, but didn't show up.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I don't know why he called me. I ain't got no text. So I got a nickname for him. Sidetrack.
Sidetrack.
Yeah. He fucking sidetracked fucking anything. He's worse than a basset hound. I swear. I hope you're watching, Scott.
My goodness. Well, at least he could have called. You know, so at least he could have called. But
did he drop off or see you later, Tom? See you later, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know if he dropped off or lost the signal. I know he's bad for that. Must be where he's at.
No, I'm gonna hang out right here. I'm gonna fucking take a break. I've been live almost 4 hours.
Wow. I think the longest I stayed live was like 3.5.
I'm gonna stay up for that fuckwad over there, that fucking Jar Wiggin, stupid fucker. Wow. I actually take a break. I don't sit here and just,
Right.
I walk away from my computer. I take a break and then come back. Pisses them off when I go live.
Nah.
That's the best part about going live is shutting this prick down. When I'm gone, it fucking drives him. He goes right to work.
Wow. God.
Rocky.
Yeah, my Lord. Gotta love it. Right?
And I'm not even doing anything fancy. Not as talented as Rain and Wolfie and Rusty and the girls. This is perfect for girls to fill their time with during the day.
Right.
The fucking Wiggin acts like him. What the fuck is the matter with him? Why is he worried about men's love lives?
Oh.
Have you ever seen such a fucking thing?
Not
Have you ever? Is there any other guy out here that does what he does?
Not that I know of.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. It is kind of strange and oddball.
Billy's out here trying to get chat pussy. On and on and on and on and on, and then calls me a pervert.
Oh, well. As long as they're talking about you, they're leaving somebody else, leaving him alone.
Here's the deal, Rocky. And it's never going to quit. And it's a catch-22 for them. They're doing everything to make me mad.
Yeah.
And if I get mad at him, I'm going to channel my anger. It's just going to piss him off. I'm not doing what he's doing. He's belly aching. But right now he's bickering with Will Durant. So I'm not going to go in Will Durant's. I did earlier. My post didn't show.
So you posted in his room, but it didn't show up on.
Right.
On...
Yeah, I did it more than once, and it wasn't showing.
Huh.
So I'm like, I bitched about it. I can't fucking. So I'm not in Will's chat. I'm not reading this chat. I'm not posting in his chat. I don't care what he does. I can't stand to see Tiffany.
Gotcha.
He can think that he's using Tiffany to get Wiggin, right? I'm the one who brought Wiggin down, Will Durant, because he was going to give you the fucking crown. You were against me at one time, Durant, you fucker.
Yeah.
I said it. Hey, Rock, thanks for
Yes,
coming
sir.
out. See you later, man. I'm going to take off.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
Tony, I'll see you later. You're the only one I see posting. Wigan doesn't dare post. He's afraid he's going to get timed out.
Well, have a good one, Billy.
All right, I'll see you later, man.
All right, buddy. Have a good
Later.
one.
Yeah,
Later.
man.
Salute.
Salute.